Dispatch to Banana Ball fans, all units converge on Wichita, Kansas. Equity Bank Park, the site of a rematch of the first ever game in Banana Ball Championship League history. On one side, the Loco Beach Coconuts just gambled a bunch and won in record fashion in Las Vegas against the Party Animals. On the other side, the Firefighters are the hottest team in sports by name and by trade, winners of 7 of their last 10. So why don't we do this thing for a trio of nights in the air capital of the world? It's the Firefighters, it's the Coconuts, live and in living color for the first time in Banana Ball history here in Wichita. Let's roll! And with that, welcome inside the Dispatch Center here at Equity Bank Park. That is the freshly turned 22-year-old AJ Switek to my left. I'm Zach Staten, and AJ, this is simply a battle of the two most consistent offenses in the Banana Ball Championship League. We saw it with the Coconuts in record-breaking fashion last week. The Firefighters, one of the best with runners in threatening position.
Well, no matter how you look at it, right? No matter how you chop things up, the two top offenses in the Banana Ball Championship League. They lead the entirety of this league in batting average, and any time that the Firefighters, the Coconuts take the field, it is sure to be a fireworks show. Loco Beach put it on display in Las Vegas. More of the same from the Firefighters as well, but now these two forces meet again. The opening night, first ever game in Loco Beach history was against these Firefighters. It's where they came back and won, but then Little Rock, Arkansas, the Firefighters took down the Coconuts on back-to-back nights. We've had great contests between these guys already, and now we get a third stab between the newfound rivals.
And it's a 3-game set, the longest that these two teams have played against each other. Now, we've got another weekend where we've got 3 cities hosting 3 weekends of Banana Ball, just like we did last weekend, including in the Lone Star State, where we equally saw the biggest Banana Ball game in the sports history and the smallest one at Navasota High School with the first ever pop-up game in Banana Ball history. Kyle Martin wanting to make that wall his, and he does. 385 feet and then some to give the Texas Tailgaters a 1-point lead. Sunshine Looters is an absolute monster with the trick plays. I think that was 6 juggles with the foot, and then, why don't we do it again? Tip drill into that big old bucket cap from Jordan Hussein. Bill Leroy, they call him Billy Barrels for a reason. It's because of home runs just like that. But they didn't really do much because the Texas Tailgaters, at every turn at this pop-up school, just had the Bananas number. Kyle Martin negates that home run and then some with a walk-off single. Tailgaters would win this one 5-0, and then 102,000 people at Kyle Field. AJ, 102,000 people!
I mean, what a dichotomy, right? You go from the smallest game by crowd size to the biggest in the history of the sport. That is what Banana Ball is right there. It is fans first, always entertaining, whether it's 1,000 or 102,000. And in this case, oh my goodness, the boys in blue and orange continued to bring the heat. The Texas Tailgaters have found a formula, and it's a winning one, to beat the Savannah Bananas. You date back to the Banana Ball Open. This team has now beat the Bananas on 4 straight bouts. This is a team that is not afraid to take on the longest tenured team in the sport and show them how to beat them at their own game.
Nope, they sure aren't. DR Meadows, that would have been a home run in any park. Max Young Goldberg, he'll leave the yard on a wave, by the way, in the lower bowl. Bananas trying to put some pressure on the Texas Tailgaters, but at every turn, the boys in blue and orange just find gaps, and they find ways to put the team in yellow on the back foot. And even when they get on unicycles, they find barrels. Sunshine, we thought he had a home run for the first time on the unicycle. Instead, it's just a single. It still looked incredible. Nanners got this down to 4-3 in the top of the 9th. Maybe a shot for Robert Anthony Cruz, except not. Jose Brother Gonzalez brings it on in, and the Texas Tailgaters find a way to win 4-3, sweeping the Tailgaters in the Lone Star State. It was anything but a sweep in Vegas.
Yeah, that's enough talking about teams that aren't going to be playing here. Let's focus on Loco Beach and the weekend that we just had in Las Vegas, turning a city that was pink and green immediately teal and orange. Let me tell you, this city fell in love with the vibes of Loco Beach, and how can you blame them? The Coconuts came in. Night 1 wasn't exactly what they were looking for. A thrilling game that ended in a loss in showdowns, but they came back with vengeance on Friday. A month after they had this exact record set against them, the Coconuts etched their name in history. You can put it in permanent ink. Tanner Allen and company matched a grand total of 23 hits, the most ever in a banana ball game. It only went 8 innings, by the way. 23 hits in 8 innings for the league's leader in hits. The Loco Beach Coconuts came back in the series. Sal Jacobo, the former party animal, closed out a 6-0 win in Game 2. Then we go to the rubber match. And again, if you know anything about these comeback Coconuts, the last thing you want to do is let them start playing from behind, because after they had that moxie, they had that mojo following a night 1 loss, the Coconuts again had to scramble from the back. Top of the 7th inning, Sal Jacobo, first home run on the 2026 tour. He couldn't have handpicked a bigger moment for the big fly. CJ Williams does what he does, and we are going to showdowns for the 2nd time in the series. It starts with a shirtless Jordan Brewer sending one to left in round number 1, but it wasn't going to stop there. The theme of showdowns here was no shirts. Good thing for Loco Beach, because Tanner Allen did the exact same thing, and then in the finale of round 2, CJ Williams induced some weak contact, and Ashby Vining secured yet another Loco Beach series win. The Coconuts won their first ever showdowns, now 1-2 in the most unique rule in sports. And Zach, it was a big weekend for the Fire and Flames as well.
I tell you what, it feels weird seeing a team that's not the Clowns facing the Firefighters. Lamar Sparks put that one in the diamond across the street. A third Sparks note's broken out, and he makes it a 1-1 game. Give a little tap on the head to Chief. And then Armando Becerra may have gone 328 feet, but you know what? He just needed 325 feet. Back-to-back innings walked off for the Fire and Flames with 2-run blasts to make it a 2-1 lead. Mason Maxwell has been a man out of his mind this year, and he does it again right there with a walk-off single right back up the gut to Jackie Bradley Jr. Firefighters up 4-1. They have, by the way, been so good in the field. Another trick play battle won. Night 1, they did it 9-2. Night 2 did it 17-11. Johnny Hummel's got 4 saves on the year, second most in the Banana Ball Championship League. Struck out 3 in the top of the 9th to win 5-2 in Game 1. Night 2, bottom of the 2nd, Lamar Sparks, different night, almost same story. That is a walk-off double down the left field line. Firefighters take a 1-0 lead, but the Clowns really fought back in this one with the bats. But again, the Firefighters breaking out the tricks of the trade. Double trick play from Tiny to Mason Maxwell. Armando down 3-1. That'll help a walk-off ball for a sprint to draw him a point closer, but that's as close as they'll get in Richmond, Virginia on night 2. Good to see South Trumbull, the Virginia Beach native, get a hit in his home state. A double to Jackie Bradley Jr. By the way, a Richmond native, so that was kind of cool. But ultimately, though, the Firefighters cannot get it done. They lose by a score of 4-2 as Eli Payton makes an absolutely enormous play at third base. That was so sick. And that means a split in the Commonwealth of Virginia. So the Firefighters get a win, lose one, but they keep second place in the Banana Ball Championship League standings, but not by very much. You see those Texas Tailgaters after a sweep of the Nanners, they're just 1 game back of second place, and the Coconuts have jumped all the way up from last place into 4th, and they're within striking distance, AJ.
Parity, baby, and I'm not talking about the kind of Minecraft music videos I used to watch as a kid. Parity in every sense of the word. Every team in this league has proven that they can take on any team on any given night and take them down. That's what makes the BBCL so exciting on a night-in, night-out basis. None more than Loco Beach sitting just atop the equator line. 110 degrees, the vibes are so high, and we're bringing love to Wichita. Over 12,000 fans in attendance watching the Loco Beach Coconuts, the Firefighters, 2 teams that if the season ended today would be in the dance. Can you write it any better?
You cannot write it any better. That's the whole point of the Banana Ball Championship League, to make competition. Now, we need to find out how they play this game that creates competition. And with that, let's learn about the rules with virtual Jesse Cole.
Banana Ball is the fastest and most entertaining show in sports. And the 11 rules guarantee the most fans-first experiences every second.
Unbelievable!
Welcome to the Banana Ball Championship League.
Rule number 1, win the inning, win the point. The team that scores the most runs in an inning wins the point.
It's a walk-off winner to the deepest part of the field.
Oh my goodness!
With the equalizer point, trick plays provide the away team an opportunity to earn a point going into the final inning. And in the final inning, every run counts as a point. Rule number 2, Banana Ball has a 2-hour time limit, guaranteeing that every game is fast-paced and action-packed. Rule number 3, no stepping out of the batter's box. If you do, it will result in a strike.
Max stepped out of the box, and because he stepped out of the box, that's it.
Rule number 4, no bunting, because bunting sucks. If you bunt, you'll be thrown out of the game. Rule number 5, batters can steal first base.
Ball 3, Gideon taking off for first, throw from Leroy, in time.
Rule number 6, there's no walks. Walks are ball 4 sprints. The batter can advance as far as they want until every position player touches the ball.
Those defenders have touched the banana ball. It is a 4-base sprint to open up the ball game.
Rule number 7, no mound visits. Nope. Rule number 8, foul balls caught by a fan count as an out.
Oh, they caught it! They did! They did caught it on the 3rd point! We're going to showdowns!
Rule number 9, the showdowns. In showdowns, the best of the best face off in the biggest moment. One hitter versus one pitcher with one fielder behind him. And the hitter has to score.
Deep to right center! See you later!
Rule number 10, the banana ball challenge rule gives the coaches and you, the fans, a chance to impact a call on the field. Rule number 11, the golden batter. Once a game, each team can give any player an at-bat, regardless of the lineup. This offers the biggest matchups on the biggest stage.
Big on big. Kmart, let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Get out of here, ball! That thing had a family!
And those are the rules of banana ball.
11 of them bad boys, and they've been introduced to you now. The Firefighters are currently introducing the rules to our lovely crowd here in Wichita. What are the keys to success? First on the beach, AJ.
Well, let's start off by saying this, YouTube chat. If you have opted to spend your Thursday night here with myself and Zach Staten, it's a lot of love and a lot of thanks coming from us in the booth. Good vibrations as well. I hope that you've been spreading them all across the world in the last week. That comes with smiles. It comes with happiness. It comes with a league-leading 193 hits and 46 doubles. How can you not smile watching this team play this brand of banana ball? And then you talk about riding the wave. Why not? When the momentum's in your corner, hop on the wave and hang loose. Loco Beach yet to lose its series since the banana ball opened. I'll tell you what, Crocco's crew isn't planning on starting that now, Zach.
They are playing with a coconut chip on their shoulder. For the Firefighters, it's simple. Keep doing the trick plays. They've won 7 straight equalizer point battles. 53 trick plays in the last 2 weeks is good enough for second in the sport, just behind the Texas Tailgaters. And by the way, almost nobody's catching them with that savant of a trick play artist known as Sunshine Jonathan Luders. And then keep moving the line. 443 average with runners in scoring position. That is the best in the Banana Ball Championship League. They simply do not leave runners on base. They're going to need to do that again tonight because these coconut bats are fired up and they are loaded. Hey, mascots might be getting weighed in. Let's go down there.
Introducing to you first, representing the Coconuts. He is the king of Loco Beach, where it's always 5 o'clock. He eats way too many cheeseburgers in paradise. His liver hates him, but the fans love him. Please welcome Peter Colada. Peter Colada to the scale. Sorry, I think he had one too many. Please step on the scale. Peter Colada officially weighing in at 212 pounds, but only after happy hour in Margaritaville. And his opponent, representing the Firefighters, standing at a healthy 2 logs tall, hailing from somewhere deep inside the forest. He is the dam building, tree chewing, back flipping, nature's very own firefighter. Give it up for Bo the Beaver. Bo officially weighing in at the equivalent of 10,000 chips of lumber. Gentlemen, bring it in. I want a clean and fair fight. 3, 2, 1, go!
Hang with the big dogs, stay on the porch. Blow the whistle. Blow the whistle. Blow the whistle. Blow the whistle.
One more time, give it up for Peter and Bo!
Fans, now coming to the plate. He's the biggest of the big, the toughest of the tough, and the baddest of the bad. He just ran over my foot because he has just gotten his license to drive this fire truck. Give it up for tonight's hero hitter, Barrett. Fans, Barrett has a big task ahead. He has to hit a home run against these nasty coconuts. And it's gonna be a tough bargain, so he's gonna need your help to cheer him on. He is just 6 years old. Cal Perry taunts him on the mound, and he steps in for the pitch number 1. A big swing and a miss from Barrett. This doesn't seem too fair, folks, so I really need you to cheer him on. He is down 1 strike. Pitch number 2. Another big swing and a miss. And folks, Bear is fighting. He's taking big hacks. Wait a minute. Here comes Bo. He delivers a tee. This might just get, oh! He takes Cal Perry to the ground. And he knocks his leg off. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Bo delivers the ball to the plate. Now it seems more fair. And it's a foul ball, it's a foul ball. Bear's struggling, he's fighting hard. Come on, Bear. Fans, Bear. Swing, ready, swing. He's running! It's a fair ball! The pitch goes into right field, oh my gosh! Barrett's running for second, look at him go! He's moving fast! The Coconuts can't get a handle on the ball. They're kicking it, they're tumbling, they're fumbling. Barrett's rounded third in a blazing speed. He's coming home, fans, he just might do it. The plate, save! Fans, give it up for tonight's hero hitter, Barrett!
Wichita, Kansas, the cast is ready. The players are ready. But it's now time for you, the fans, to get ready. So everybody on your feet. Now, with everybody on your feet, please help me welcome tonight's fan warm-up, 6-year-old Aubrey. Come on out. Alrighty, so here is what's gonna happen. Whatever dance moves you do, this sold-out capacity crowd is gonna do as well. So, are you ready?
Yes!
Oh my goodness, we're ready, here we go. We're rolling, y'all. Oh, she's spinning. Get to spinning. Wave those hands, Wichita. Please give it up for our fan warm-up, 6-year-old Aubrey.
Ladies, gentlemen, boys and girls, hot shots and smoke shows from around the world. Tonight, you and thousands of your friends here live and millions more watching at home have gathered to witness something beyond your wildest imagination. From sparks to sirens, from the station to the stadium, firefighters from across the globe have come together to witness this. This is not baseball. This is the crucible where the toughest, hottest, and most entertaining players are forged. This is a game of the fans, by the fans, and for the fans. But this is not your granddad's pastime, no. And this is not any other night at the firehouse. This game is baseball by birth, fruit by name, and an absolute worldwide phenomenon by the grace of God. But make no mistake, when the heat gets too intense, we don't cool off. We run towards the flames. This is a time for all 12,000 fans in attendance to get on your feet and give me your voices. Because this is the hottest show in sports. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Banana Ball!
And now the starting lineup for your Firefighters. Leading off at second base, number 55, Tyner Tiny Hughes. Batting second, the designated hitter, number 3, Dalton Cornett. In the 3-hole, manning the hot corner, number 11, Logan Showtime Lacey. Batting cleanup, behind the plate, number 4, Eric Jones Jr. In the 5-hole, the hot shot at shortstop, number 2, Hayden Peanut Green. Batting sixth, the extra hitter, number 0, Lamar Sparks. In the 7th slot, ranging right field, number 10, Darian McDowell. In the 8-hole, ranging center field, number 30, Armando Becerra. Batting ninth at first base, number 7, Mason Maxwell. And the decky, ranging left field, number 9, Noah Bridges. Tonight's fireballer on the mound, the starting pitcher, number 42, Bradford Webb. The Firefighters are led by Battalion Chief Al Perez, Captain Corey Pye, and Lieutenant Drew Yanesta. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we ask all those who are able to please rise, uncover your heads, and turn towards the flag with your right hand over your heart for this evening's performance of our national anthem. Performing this evening, please welcome Miss Kansas Emily Rugg with her rendition of the Star-Spangled Banner.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet
What a treat to have Miss Kansas Emily Rugg do the national anthem for us as we now light them up all across Wichita. Literal fire and flames are shooting out of the ground here in our debut in this beautiful city known as the air capital of the world, because they make more aircrafts here in this city than anywhere else. It's also the home place of White Castle. I believe Pizza Hut, as AJ Switek told me.
Oh my gosh, it's not just White Castle. It's not just Pizza Hut. Did we just witness the world's fastest national anthem? She's not just Miss Kansas, she's ready for this game to start. And so am I. Let's look at the visitors' defense. No, the home team's defense.
He got a little bit ahead of himself there, AJ Switek did. Here's the Firefighter defense, led by the middle infielders, Caden Peanut Green and Tyner Hughes. Peanut told me before the year he wanted to be up in the conversation for the most trick plays in Banana Ball. He's in the top 5 now with 31. Tyner Hughes at second base, 27. You'll notice Eric Jones Jr., the rare time catching for someone not Jared Donaldson. That means at first base, Mason Maxwell. He's got 15 of them bad boys in his first full year playing first base. How about the man in the middle? The guy slinging webs all over the place. Bradford Webb out of Charlotte Courthouse, Virginia, last weekend returning home with pretty much all of his hometown in attendance in the capital of the Commonwealth. He was absolutely phenomenal. As you take a look at our starting pitching tonight, he'll go up against Drake Fontenot. But B. Webb was an all-star for a reason, and he's showing it with his grit over his last couple of starts. Didn't have his best stuff to start Greenville out, but his last 2 innings clean. Gave up a leadoff homer to start out the Richmond Series Game 1, and then gave up just 1 run the rest of the way. When B. Webb's stuff is on with those 20 Ks, he can be absolutely special. His ball 4 sprint's a problem for the entirety of the Firefighters pitching staff, but if B. Webb gets the strikes going, it's a pretty good amount of stuff you're going to see from the man in 42, and he'll have to show it tonight against a Loco Beach Coconuts lineup that is absolutely hitting everything it sees.
It is. Drake Fontenot, the first ever player in Loco Beach history. Mark Crocco ran in the card. They've got their ace on the mound, but it's been the offense providing the best insurance policy in the league that has made things so comfortable for Coconuts pitching. When I look at this lineup tonight, there is one glaring absence. Ben Pumps Parker has been scratched from the Loco Beach lineup due to a knee injury. He's considered day-to-day, but that's how deep this team is. Even without Ben Parker, you've got a top 3 in the order due up here against Bradford Webb. Tanner Allen, Dane Tofflin, Jordan Brewer, all comfortably hitting over the 300 mark. And get this, so are 4 and 5. Your cleanup guy, Ashby Vining. In the 5-hole, it's Gideon Antle tonight. This is a team averaging nearly 12 hits a game, far and away the best of the Banana Ball Championship League, and they're ready to see this clock get started.
But first, please help me welcome 4-year-old Lakin. Lakin, thank you so much for your help. I'm going to have you face the crowd so everybody can see you. Now, Lakin, here's what's going to happen. On the count of 3, myself and 12,000 people in attendance are going to yell, "Ring the bell." And when we do, you're going to do just that, okay? All right, 1, 2, 3, ring the bell!
The bell is rung, the sirens are sounding, the flames are hot. Let's get it rolling here in Wichita, Kansas. And you heard AJ Switek just say it there. It's Tanner Allen leading off in the place of Ben Parker, who I talked to a little bit earlier. He did take batting practice a little bit earlier this afternoon. Just isn't quite feeling right with that knee, so he's going to give way for Tanner Allen. Hopes to be back at some point this weekend as TA fouls it right back. Hey, you're not losing much with TA in the box, AJ.
Not at all. And for Parker, it came on a foul ball in Game 2 in Las Vegas that just got him right off the top of the knee. Kind of a freak situation, but we know Ben Parker. He's tough. He'll be back in this lineup this weekend. You're really not losing much of a step with Tanner Allen, 2021 National Player of the Year in the leadoff spot.
5 batters with qualified stats as B. Webb throws in the 1-1 and sends it over the press box. 5 qualified batters in this lineup for the Loco Beach Coconuts with averages over 300. That does not include Brett Carson, who's actually hitting well above 300, darn near 400, but he doesn't have enough plate appearances yet to be qualified. That's a nice looking pitch from B. Webb trying to get TA to chase. Of course, you know his resume well from Mississippi State, College World Series champion, All-American. And he blasts one into right field. Darian McDowell lost it off the wall. Darian slow playing it as it goes back towards right field, and that's a leadoff double for TA.
Get used to it. Here at Loco Beach, it's a plate party, and everyone's invited 1 through 10 in the order. Tanner Allen wastes no time to pick up where the beach left off. Just sent a saltwater shot into right for extra bases. Stand up double. That's how you start the ball game.
You might be going from a dangerous hitter to an even more dangerous hitter in Dane Tofflin. 406 average, and the dude gets on base just as much, 486. OPS of 1.064 is just, that's astonishing for a rookie in the sport. As he fouls one back. EJ looking up into the heavens like that one went to the sky.
Oh, that's going to be tough for me tonight. EJ and AJ sound similar. I'm like, I'm not looking up to the heavens.
What's your host name? CJ. We're getting so close. 1-1.
I thought you were asking for my facade name. I'm like, I'm not J.K. Rowling. I can be.
We'll leave that one right where it lays. 2-1. Tofflin high into the Wichita air. Peanut underneath, tip drill opportunity, and he lets it fall. Didn't let it fall, it just came a little bit out of his glove, off the weird side, dove out to get it, and can't grab it home. And you can start to see now the sun is playing some tricks. Darian McDowell, that might have been one he could catch. He was far enough back, but the sun got in his eyes, and Peanut right there. Take a look at that. Yeah, just went a little weird off his glove. You reward the diving effort, but now with a trick play. And now Jordan Brewer. Speaking of trick plays, in terms of first baseman in our sport, it's probably the best we've got.
To this point this season, no one's even in the same conversation. And Brewer does it with the stick, too. Big Ten Player of the Year at Michigan. I mean, Jordan Brewer, longtime professional. This is a lineup that is jam-packed with skill. Mark Crocco really prioritized the bats in the draft.
B-Webb could really use an out here, one that doesn't move the runners up. We've seen it now. They're swinging. And it's a theme from the Loco Beach Coconuts from Vegas. They gamble, and they gamble big, and they gamble with a lot of success. 313 average, second in the sport. As Brewer stays alive, only second to the Firefighters with a 317 average. So what does the Aquaman have here with a 1-2 count? Big backwards K from Bradford Webb. Just what the doctor ordered. Went with the high heat, and it looked good. Right there at the knees.
Yeah, nothing high about that heat. That's a perfect pitch. Looks like Jordan Brewer was sitting breaking ball. Webb wasn't afraid to attack him with the gas, and that's the first out of the ball game.
Double play would sure do the I can't talk. That was fun. Double trick. Oh my Lord. Double play would do the trick.
Yes.
There it is. A double trick play would also help, but we'll wait for that one. As Ashby Vining screams that one off the netting.
You got to be careful about making me laugh, man.
AJ is battling a little something right now, and yeah, now I know to make him laugh. Armani Henderson, by the way, the designated runner at first, should that become a necessity. Good pitch from B-Webb. Bends the knees for Ashby Vining. Now it's a 1-2 count. Ashby with 8 strikeouts on the year, but a 313 average. He's only earned 3 ball 4 sprints. B-Webb could sure use another K. See, that's probably what Jordan Brewer was sitting on, something that moved. B-Webb's big on trying to get you to chase on a 1-2 count. You don't want to waste balls here in banana ball because a ball 4 sprint would surely score Tanner out. 2-2. And another swing and miss. B-Webb all of a sudden throwing grenades. Back-to-back strikeouts for the ace, and all of a sudden there's 2 on but 2 out, and that time he did go to the high heat.
Back-to-back strikeouts on back-to-back 2-strike fastballs. Vining barely got a piece of it. Good job from Aaron Jones Jr. to hold on and secure the second out of the inning.
Bradford's had a bit of trouble starting off his last 2 starts. 3 runs given up in the top of the first in Greenville, and then the leadoff homer to Joe Gray Jr. in Game 1 in Richmond. A big out here would get him off to a much nicer start. But Gideon Antle, boy, this guy should be haunting some nightmares here for the Firefighters if you think back to Tallahassee. Home run in the 9th inning that tied it up and started a 3-point rally in the 9th frame. Over to Lacey, between the legs, does the job himself, and Bradford Webb puts 2 on, then gets 2 strikeouts and a trick play to leave 2 stranded. Big time play from Showtime. It's the first time we can call in a trick play tonight.
That's the moxie you want from a guy you have kicking off a series, right? You hear the term ace. That's because when you see that guy on the mound, you want to fear him. Well, after allowing a leadoff double and a trick play miss behind him, he's able to get the job done and clear the way to everyone's favorite race.
So
it's in
all
the
of you
world's
face
slowest
that way.
four.
But AJ,
we have
these
found
are
5
much taller human
gentlemen
beings
that raced in the Olympics, and they represented Kansas. This may be one of the most impressive races you have ever seen in Banana Ball. I don't know who is going to win, but you will not believe your eyes when you see how fast they well, okay, I guess this turned into the shortest race in Banana Ball history. We'll see how it goes. On your mark, get set, go!
Oh, it is the world's shortest race because it's over already. Wow! They've tricked me. And AJ, who's laughing his lungs out, literally. Who won?
I've got the guy in the coconut shirt.
I think it should be the firefighter, dude.
What
Who
was
knows?
that?
What just happened?
What was that?
A
man?
photo finish? A photo finish! I think it might have been the dude in like the Dodgers looking thing. Hold on.
I've got the guy in the coconut shirt. I really
No,
do.
the dude in the firefighter shirt actually is touching the line first. No, they gave it to the coconuts. Kaz, what are you doing?
Oh, let's go. That's a great race. You've heard of the world's slowest race. How about the world's shortest race?
Kaz, what is wrong with you?
It's a belly flop onto the dirt. Welcome to
Be
Wichita,
a homer,
Kansas.
for goodness sakes.
Welcome to Wichita, baby. Well, it's a warm welcome for Drake Fontenot and company. He's got a great defense behind him. 2 of the league's top 5 leaders in trick plays on the right side of the infield. Sal Jacobo, Jordan Brewer defend the bump of the ace, the coconut cannonballer. Drake Fontenot. Dazzled last season.
Tyner out to center field. Is this trouble? No, it's not. Grady Morgan over in left field, and that's one of the new guys in with Ben Parker out of the lineup. Tanner Allen moving over to center. Grady Morgan in left.
Bingo. So it's an immediate test for Grady Morgan, who covers ground really well in the outfield. Spent some time playing professional baseball in the Frontier League, now finds himself in Banana Ball. It's Tanner Allen in center, Grady Morgan in left. So keep an eye on that. I know we're used to seeing TA in left field here at Loco Beach, but with Ben Parker still nursing that knee, it goes Morgan, Allen, Antle, if you read the outfield like a book.
The world's shortest race gave us the world's shortest time to get ready for the bottom half of the first. Drake Fontenot is the starting pitcher. The Firefighters lineup whose 6 players qualified with an average over 300, including this beautiful beast, Dalton Cornett. He's got a 3-0 count on Drake Fontenot, a ball 4 sprint on the table. Not right now.
Do you think you're the first person in his life to describe him as a beautiful beast?
Probably so. And it is a ball 4 sprint. So if you're new to Banana Ball, all 7 fielders behind the pitcher must touch that banana ball before they can stop the runner with a tag out. Dalton puts the brakes on halfway to second and sticks on at first. But it's a nice piece of work there from DC3. And a winning run is now on. And how about the guy who ended the last frame? Showtime Logan Lacey. One of the first times I've ever seen him take an AB without some batting gloves. A new grip on that bat. Lacey off to a slightly slow start this year, 212 average, but 17 trick plays at third base will more than make up for it. And the guy's more than doing the job, especially on game 2s as he rockets one right back up the middle. Really slow roller, but how about that from Peyton Chatagnier?
Chatagnier, double play, and a trick to boot. The Loco Beach Coconuts keep the Firefighters at bay. It's a lightning quick inning for Drake Fontenot and company, and we're scoreless through 1.
How in the world? Looked like it would be slow enough to get somebody on. Instead, it's a double play, and boy, oh boy, that changed quick for the Firefighters as they go up into the stands. Look at this again. I mean, it's insane what Peyton Chatagnier just did. When we talk about the differences in batting average compared to fielding, Peyton Chatagnier, by definition, is that. We'll talk about him in just a couple of minutes. You look at the batting averages right now. It's a 299 league average. You got the 2 teams right now batting well over 300, and I told you this earlier. 317, 313. You look at what they do with runners in scoring position. The Firefighters have a .443 average with runners in scoring position. The Coconuts, this shouldn't be looked at as a bad thing. They're more than 100 points down, but they're batting .320.
Yeah, I just had to take a screenshot of this graphic and send it to my grandparents because this is why banana ball is so special. Right now in Major League Baseball, the league average is hovering right around 240. That's no fun. I like hits. How about a league average at 299 and the two hottest offenses in the BBCL squaring off right here at Equity Bank Park? Are you kidding me? I mean, this is what it's all about. Loco Beach, 313, 320 with runners in scoring position. A league high 195 hits. They also set a single game hit record just a weekend ago. Big part of it, Eric Osberg and his blast. He'll lead off the second inning.
And Bradford Webb, after putting 2 on to start that last inning, now comes in off of 2 strikeouts and an induced trick play from Logan Lacey. 22 Ks. Everybody chasing Brett Sanchez right now, but there's a lot of starting pitchers that are right there in contention as Eric Osberg comes on in. Trey Hudson looks at one low. He's our home plate umpire tonight. Him and his enormous mustache. Christian Dearman is handing out junior fire helmets, and the crowd is Osberg swings and misses. And look, his average might not be what he wants it to be, 246, but boy, his confidence is still sky high, AJ. And another swing and miss. B-Webb quickly up 1-2. It's a pitcher's friendly count. He can go wherever he'd like. And another strikeout! 3 in the last 4. A great AK for Bradford Webb.
Settling in nicely. After the leadoff double he allowed to Tanner Allen, Webb's been nails. He's induced weak contact and then done it on his own. But how about this? Dual threat Brett Carson coming to the plate. He's been carving out more and more of a role for himself in this Loco Beach lineup, hitting .381 in his limited opportunities. How do you keep this kid out of the lineup? I don't know how you do it.
Last time he faced the Firefighters was brought in middle of an inning to pitch. He lasted 1 pitch, threw one into the dirt, past Ashby Vining. South Trimble would score. That's the only real playing time he's had to have against the Firefighters since Tallahassee. That was in Little Rock. So you know he is really wanting this one. Sends one into the crowd. Do we have a fan-caught foul ball? Oh, no we don't.
Bring a glove.
It is bizarre to me that we are now in the 17th game of the Firefighter season, and they have not had a fan-caught foul ball induced for them. Had 4 fan-caught foul balls against them. 2 against EJ, by the way. What's your problem with our catcher? Ridiculous.
I'll do you one better. Ashby Vining's had 3 against him.
And 2 in San Diego.
On back-to-back plate appearances. It's the sport, man.
It's the way it goes. Fans first, fans always. Carson back into the seat. Somebody has it this time, right? No.
Bring a glove.
And that time there was a dude in a red polo fighting for it.
He wanted it.
He did.
But he didn't have a glove.
I hope for his children, not for himself. Nothing wrong with catching a foul ball. 2-2. That was off the helmet of somebody. Was that off the helmet of Trey Hudson? I think it was. Ouchies! EJ checking up on the signal caller behind the dish, and we'll try this again. Donnie sending a floater to J-Ride with a foul ball. Member of our calendar crew. And an American Gladiator. We'll do this duo dance again. And again, foul ball, and that time, Brett Carson was hunting for a head. Sam Bauman's down. Is that Sam Bauman? Are you kidding? There's no way. No. He's supposed to be in Atlanta. No shot Sam's here. No. So our sideline reporter down there just said they were about 2 inches away from getting smacked with that foul ball. I'm sure it's not Sam. Brett Carson continues to hit balls places they don't need to be hit.
It's a really good fight, though. And now he's allowing the guys behind him in the order to get a better look at Bradford Webb. Just under 15 minutes into this game, Brett Carson's really working the first elongated at-bat we've seen from either side.
Bradford's already all the way up to 34 pitches. He'll make it 35 here. Not even through the second inning. Trey Hudson, for a moment, called a ball for a sprint, then remembered it is now a full count.
That's how long this plate appearance has been.
Oops! 10th pitch of the AB coming. For the love of all that's holy, someone catch it! Okay, or not. That time they didn't have a chance, at least. When this first fan-caught foul ball for the Firefighters happens, You will not believe the reaction I will have. Good Lord, Brett Carson.
This is awesome.
Don't you get tired?
You know they're both tired. Look at how fired up Bradford Webb is. It's taken him 11 pitches, and this is still the same AB. This is fun.
This is clearly the longest AB the Firefighters have seen in a game this year. We're going to do it more. A baker's dozen of pitches, 13 on the way.
And this is how you shorten the leash of a starter. How about single-handedly? You've driven up Bradford Webb's pitch count by essentially an entire inning here in one at-bat.
B. Webb went 6 innings in the World Tour semifinals last year. I'd have to remember exactly how many pitches he went. That might get Brett Carson a second scooting. Oh, wow, he didn't even try it. No, he doesn't. He realized it too late. B. Webb dirted that one well in front of home plate. Bounced off of EJ. He had to chase it halfway into the infield. Brett Carson didn't see it. That might be a lost opportunity.
Yeah, but we just talked about it. You know how tiring it is to have that kind of at-bat? I can't blame him at all. What a fight from Brett Carson. You had a feeling it was going to go his way. Seeing the ball, couldn't straighten it out, but he's able to work a ball for a sprint and get a runner on for Peyton Chatagnier, who closed out the bottom of the first inning with a really nice double play. Revisionist history, they have removed the trick play there, so it's a 1-0 trick play advantage for the Firefighters.
Yeah, I wasn't quite sure I saw the trick play when Peyton got that one either way. You can start to see maybe B. Webb's mechanics starting to go a little bit because of how long that plate appearance was. Now it's a 2-0 count. Really needs to fire something in here. Chatagnier not hitting well. 176 average, 283 OBP, but B. Webb has given him a 3-0 start to this AB. New glove on the way for Eric Jones Jr. That's interesting. Never seen that before. Wonder if there was a problem with that one. We'll find out. Ball 4 spray on the table. Nope. Not yet, at least. Double play really could help Bradford Webb out here. Skied into left field. Base knocking. It might be run scoring trouble all the way to the corner. Here comes Brett Carson around third, heading home. There won't even be a play at the plate. First run of the game goes to the nuts.
What a play. Double for Peyton Chatagnier when he needs it most. Able to bring in dual threat Brett Carson. He pitches, he hits, and he can run. A week ago, didn't get the signal to come home. I got on my feet and made sure to say, Brett, come on. You got to come in and score. The first run of the game against Loco Beach, a reason to dance. Will Etheridge front and center. For good reason. Look at this. You got 3 pitchers celebrating a run. I don't think anyone's ever more excited in the sport of banana ball than the pitching staff to see their offense eat.
Probably not. Peyton Chatagnier's 7th RBI of the year. One he desperately wanted. I know in Las Vegas he hit his knees and thanked the Lord above for a hit. That one was well played. I said into the sky. It was in the sky for about 1 second and screamed down into the corner. That's a tough play for Noah Bridges to make. He did well just to limit that to a double. They were well in, potentially for ball 4 sprint defense as B. Webb tries to work inside, doesn't do it to one of the new guys in the lineup is Grady Morgan.
Yeah, that Chatagnier hit just took a splashdown super quickly. That's what we're used to seeing from him. Spent time at Ole Miss, TCU. You feel it's a matter of time before he gets things going. 3rd round pick for Loco Beach.
1 run across for the Coconuts. Ball 4 sprint can make it 2. Over to third, and it's foul, and Logan Lacey tried everything in his power to get that one into the leather. That's a game of inches right there.
That would have been phenomenal. I mean, they don't call him Showtime for nothing. That's you just don't see those plays made that all that often, and he gave it a real look.
2-1 count. Grady into the streets of Wichita. Tried again. Bradford's stuff has been working. It's because his fastball or cutter's dead on. Let's see if he goes to it here. Popped up. Where? Nowhere near for a fan. So we'll try a 2-2 again. The runner on second, just 1 away. And again, these long ABs starting to battle up here a little bit for Bradford Webb.
It's more than a start at this point. He's 50 pitches into this game. The leash has to be getting shorter because the Coconuts are seeing the ball well.
Wonder if Brian Trepanier starts to get just a little bit loose as that one is darted into right field, but well fouled. But those foul balls, we saw it from Brett Carson, really tiring up the starter of the Firefighters, who again has been asked to go long before and has done it. But I'm not sure he's ever racked up this many pitches in one inning, and he gets his 4th K. Outside of one AB that went 10 pitches and a screaming double into the left field corner from Peyton Chatagnier. B-Webb has had his good stuff.
Now against the 10-hole bat, Sal Jacobo, the team's leader in trick plays, has put it together at the plate this season as well. After playing all over the infield for the Party Animals in their championship season a year ago, hit 270 at the dish for Loco Beach.
Been a nice AB, but he swings at strike 2. Quickly down 0-2. B-Webb, if he could limit the damage to just 1 run, would be massive here. And he will do it! 5 Ks through 2 innings for Bradford Webb. And so they do strand 1 in scoring position, but the Fire and Flames will need 1 back in the bottom half, thanks to a long AB from Brett Carson and then a screaming double from Peyton Chatagnier. But B-Webb is fired up, and he should be.
Most good things in this beautiful universe that we call home come with a little bit of push-pull, right? It's never just easy, smooth sailing. And for Bradford Webb, he allowed a run. He had a couple of really lengthy plate appearances. But how about it? In spite of the pitch count clocking up towards 60, Webb able to pick up 5 strikeouts, 5 of the 6 outs on his day on his own accord, and now he sends it to his bats for an opportunity to pull things back in their direction. Trailing by 1, it's up to Drake Fontenot to secure the Coconuts their first point of the series.
Last time Fontenot went up against the Firefighters, he did not get the start, went 2 1/3 innings as a reliever, 3.86 ERA at Dickey Stevens Park in Little Rock. Only surrendered 1 run, but he did it with a couple of ball 4 sprints and just 1 strikeout, but no hits against him. We've already seen 1 ball 4 sprint. Logan Lacey might have thought he had a soft dribbler up the middle. Instead, Peyton Chatagnier turned that into an absolute doozy of a double play.
When you have a defense behind you like the one Drake Fontenot does, it makes his pitching style make a lot of sense. You mentioned it, he did issue the ball 4 sprint, but this is a guy who throws strikes. And who is that on the field? That can't be Sam Bauman.
Yeah, Bingo, Josh. It's an IFB thing. I'm not getting you guys. Voices sound weird tonight. Anyways, excited to be here in Atlanta. Bananas, Party Animals. I'm with one of my favorite bananas, Kyle Perry. KP, fired up for this crowd here in ATL, am I right?
Yeah, man, we're in Wichita, Sam.
No, I'm with the banana. You play for the Bananas.
Loco Beach Coconuts, Sam. That was last year.
No, that can't. Hold on. Hey, don't. KP's lost it, man. He thinks you guys aren't bananas anymore.
Sam, we're not bananas. Look at our jerseys. Does it say bananas? Is this yellow?
No, I guess I just thought.
Neither is mine.
You guys sound ridiculous.
Look. What are you wearing? What is it? KB, look at this.
Bro.
Wait, you can't wear that
2025.
What? God, no.
Do you know where you're at?
Atlanta.
This doesn't pass in Wichita. Maybe Atlanta. Maybe
We're in the
Truist
Midwest,
Park.
bro.
We're in the Midwest.
Some people would call Atlanta the Midwest of the Southeast.
Sam's been hanging out with Peter Collada a little too much. Well, from Wichita, Dalton and I signing out. Back to you, boys.
Why did Kyle Perry just interrupt me? That was funny. Caden Green off the end of the bat. Chance for a trick play. Jordan Brewer. Oh! And Peanut allowed a missed trick play. Reached on in the first. Now he'll get it returned to sender, as Jordan Brewer can't get the trick play to go. A rare missed one for the guy at first base for the Nuts.
Someone get that Sam Bauman guy a map. We're in Wichita, Kansas with the best vibes in the sport. I know you're used to banana ball, bananas in the name. Well, get used to the Coconuts, get used to the Firefighters. These are the 2 best offenses in this league. There's a runner on first with 1 down. High leverage spot for Fontenot.
Lamar Sparks looking at one end. Sam couldn't find Atlanta, and he can't find Loco Beach either. So maybe put 2 and 2 together. Atlanta is Loco Beach. As Lamar into the sky. That's been 3 pop-ups for the Fire and Flames as Peyton Chatagnier brings it in the old-fashioned way. Trick play for Tanner Allen in center field to start the inning out. Now the Firefighters really could use a run here to negate that point from the Coconuts. Darian McDowell comes in, the former 6th-round pick of the San Diego Padres, playing right field. He's been excellent there this season Not even with trick plays, but he swings at the first pitch he sees. Dane Tofflin through the legs, over to first, in time for the out, and you can call it in for a trick play.
Big Timber with a big trick play. 2 down for Loco Beach. They take the lead in the category and the ball game. Let's go Loco, baby. The first point of the 3-game stint here in Wichita, Kansas goes to the Loco Beach Coconuts. After a run in the top of the inning generated by a Peyton Chatanier double, Dane Tofflin secures one between the legs and across the diamond for out 3.
Somebody's dad's about to get hosed.
Assisted by our own Johnny. And we're gonna do this training called Hose My Dad. So, here is what's gonna happen. Would you want this firefighter baseball or the opportunity to hose your dad, John?
Oh, my dad.
He wants to hose his dad. Holy goodness. All righty, John, so let's try another thing. We have this firefighter bat where you can use this to hit home runs off your dad anytime and everywhere. Or do you want to hose your dad?
My dad.
He wants to hose his dad. Alrighty, y'all, we have our last opportunity to win our cadet over here. Do you want to get this firefighter t-shirt where you can get all the players to sign it? Or do you want to hose your dad?
Oh, my dad.
He wants to hose his dad, come on. Oh man, that's a good one. Well, being such a good sport, we're gonna give you all 3 items today, John. Kansas, give it up one more time for John and his dad, John.
A tradition unlike any other with the firefighters. Hosing someone's father. Beautiful.
Certainly unlike anything else.
Correct.
I don't think there's anywhere else in the world where on a microphone in front of 12,000 people you say, hose my dad.
Nope.
You're right.
Nothing like it. Bradford Webb comes back out for his 3rd inning of work. Again, he's been asked to go long before with the firefighters. You know, he'd be fired up to try it again. Outside of one double that got away from Darian McDowell because of the sun, a long pitch from Brett Carson, and a double from Peyton Chatanier. That one goes to Tiny, in between the legs. Oh, and a double trick play! Mason Maxwell behind the back at first. Caught them both in, and the firefighters pull ahead 3-2 in the trick play battle. A nice one there from Double M at first.
Yeah, really good for Mason Maxwell, but for me, the unsung hero and the credit here goes to Bradford Webb. After having to pitch as many offerings as he did an inning ago, and then coming back out so quickly because his guys were swinging at the first pitch of at-bats, he comes out, induces that kind of contact, and allows his infield to get the trick play lead right back. That is good banana ball pitching.
That, however, is not what he wants. That's a hit by pitch to Dane Tofflin.
Hey, how many times do you think Dane Tofflin's been hit by a pitch? Don't look, I would love to hear your guess.
Is that his 2nd?
No.
How many times has he been hit?
He leads the Banana Ball Championship League.
14. He'd be a pincushion at that point.
That was his 6th.
Oh, okay.
Him and Logan Lacey now tied for the lead.
Yep. Double L's been hit a lot.
They're magnets, man. Think there's magnets inside of those guys?
Probably. There's a lot of things inside Logan Lacey, and they're all special.
Armani Henderson's taken over at first. I can confirm there are no magnets inside the hula skirt.
You would think not. 2-0 count from Bradford Webb to Jordan Brewer, who does swing a healthy AB. But look at this, Peanut. Bounce pass over to second, and they call him safe, and they're both safe.
Wow.
Caden thinks that he got back onto the bag. Our second plate umpire, Hector Gonzalez, says no, he didn't. I don't see a fan challenge or anything being called, and yeah, I think that got pulled off. Hey, Ashby Vining.
Driving me insane. All my life been so polite, but I'll sleep alone tonight. 'Cause I'm just kidding. Anywhere else I'd be taken. Is it my destiny to live and die a life of blonde fragility? I'm just kidding. Where I see love, she sees a friend. What will it take for her to see
Ashby Bunting, are you just Ken or are you just him? Stolen Valor wearing the Drake Toll fur coat. Ashby Bunting reminding everyone he's just him, the face of the beach, hitting .313, 10 ribbies on the year. His daughter's name's going to be Coast, and he's going to take this at-bat in a fur coat, much like our friend. He learned a thing from Drake Toll in Las Vegas. All those times at the blackjack table with us three, he said, I guess I'll throw on a fur coat and bat with it on.
I feel like this should be gimmick infringement.
I don't know what that is, but this should be it.
It should, like, be the definition of it, I would think. Right through the gap into left field. Noah Bridges playing way back. That'll likely score another run. It's a hose from left field, and it will score another run as Armani Henderson comes on in. It's the second run of the game for the Knights.
Ashby Bunting, you're so much more than just Ken. You're a guy who simply rakes between the left side of the infield. They get back-to-back scoring innings for the most dangerous lineup in this entire league. Ashby Bunting in a jersey, without one, with a fur coat on. It doesn't matter. The kid mashes the banana ball. It brings in Armani Henderson to score, moves Jordan Brewer to scoring position, and with one away, there's 2 ducks on the pond for the Ant-Man.
Bradford Webb went 76 pitches in the World Tour semifinals. He's already up to 65 as Gideon Antle with an oopsie swing sends it into the netting. This is where you've got to find that grit that makes you a firefighter. B-Webb's got 5 strikeouts tonight. He's got to get some help from his defense too. A couple of missed trick plays have not helped him. Can they find something here? Looks like it'll stay fair. Tiny, Mason running in, and Tiny dropped it. And that's going to advance the runners.
Wow.
And again, another defensive mistake. Already 3 of them for the Firefighters. That one you can forgive maybe a little bit more. It's a tough play. But man, the Firefighters have had a chance to really help out their starters. Look there, Tiny had it and then dropped it.
Stalled up in the Bermuda Triangle. Zach, we as Banana Ball broadcasters get to use 1 yard card a game, right? I think that's fair. Well, why not use it in a spot like this? There's never been a grand slam in regulation in Banana Ball. I think it comes right here from Eric Grade A. Osberg. He has 3 on the year, the 10-year professional to make history with the swing right here.
Bradford Webb needs anything to induce a double play or that. Peanut right to him, throws it over to third. Make sure Jordan Brewer doesn't move an ounce. And it'll keep all 3 runners where they are. I've been told, by the way, that is ruled a hit. So again, I said you could give some leeway.
Oh, shucks, there goes my yard card.
You give some leeway to Tyner Hughes on that one, you sure can. It's a hit. And then a line out to shortstop for Eric Osberg. To Caden Peanut Green, who, by the way, is using this tonight as his hometown game. From Oklahoma, Berry Hill technically, he says Tulsa, just to make sure people know where it is. It's about 2 hours away from here, so he's got a bunch of family expected to be here tonight amongst the 12,000 here at Equity Bank Park. 2-0 count, make it 3-0, and now B-Webb's really got to find it.
This is so dangerous. If you're Brett Carson, the mentality here is don't swing. Make him find the zone for the next 2 pitches because you could clear the bases with a sprint.
B-Webb finds something in the zone. He might have found even more. Popped up into the sky. Noah Bridges underneath and brings it in, and so it will be limited to 1 run of damage. 3 stranded for the Loco Beach Coconuts, and now we send it down to Bella Lane with Bananas Foster.
Across the United States, there are over 400,000 children and teens in foster care without a permanent home. To raise awareness and support this community, we created Bananas Foster, the official nonprofit of Banana Ball. Our organization is dedicated to celebrating those in the foster care community while educating and inspiring others to get involved. Tonight, we are celebrating the Allen family. While Alex already serves her community as an educator and her husband, Brett, actively serves in the Army, they wanted to make even more of an impact. So 3 years ago, they became a licensed foster family and have welcomed 4 kiddos into their home, including a sibling group of 3.
This is a beautiful scene here in our debut in Wichita. The Allen family, 3 years ago, becoming a foster family, and they've welcomed 4 children into their home. If you want to help families like this, just text BUNCH to 50155 and give to so many great families like the Allens here in Wichita. A salute to our superhero foster families across the country and right here in Wichita. Drake Fontenot out for his 3rd inning of work.
And Ashby Vining's refusing to take off the fur coat.
Again, gimmick infringement. Drake told, should
okay,
send
bust
a
a
C&D.
move, man.
Lord have mercy.
Jay's on my feet.
Whatever's on his feet, it was good.
Actually,
well
Converse on
done.
his feet. Okay, I love this. The Allen family's awesome. I mean, there was a little flair for the theatric there, too. Run it out early while Bella was talking. That's love, and I love it. I've got so much love for this Drake Fontenot guy on the hill. It's not even funny, by the way. The battery between him and Ashby Vining, so much investment in the future of this franchise went into Drake Fontenot with where he was selected, and Ashby Vining, where Coach Crocco ran in that card. Fontenot has a chance to post a 3rd scoreless inning. For the ace, for Loco Beach, let's take a step back. Let's look at the big picture. Last year, dominant with the visitors, right? Really, mainly that start against the Bananas where he kept them off the board. He's yet to have an outing this year where he's held the opponent off the board in its entirety. He's made it 2 innings in this one, doing just that. He's got a chance to help his team to a 2nd point, and that'll get the train on the tracks against Armando Becerra.
Let's see what Mondo can do a weekend after getting his 2nd homer in 2026. By the way, his 1st homer coming into Loco Beach Coconuts in Florida State as he looks at one away. And I do believe the pitcher that gave it up to him might have been Drake. I'll have to go back and take a look at the stats on that one. My brain is too plussed right now here in Wichita to tell you for sure. But he absolutely screams one into center field. Tanner Allen tracking back, and he just has to make the play the old-fashioned way. That's a tough one. A good AB for Mondo, but it lands in the leather of TA. And now, our firefighter of the night here in Wichita.
Escorting him to the plate is our firefighter of the night, Battalion Chief Kelly Ross. Kelly has served your community at the Wichita Fire Department for almost 30 years. Fans, please join us in celebrating our firefighter of the night, Kelly Ross.
Battalion Chief Kelly Ross, nearly 3 decades serving here in Wichita, especially in such an important division like safety and training, to make sure the firefighters of the future know what it takes to put their lives on the line. A salute to Kelly Ross as Mason swings at the first pitch. Dane Toughlin slowly collects it up. No trick play there, and no trick play at first. Mason thought he was safe. Drew Yanesta looking at him sideways. I've yet to see any sort of challenge. The firefighters not swinging the bats well enough here tonight to negate some damage. Let's take a look at this. Toughlin playing it slow.
Yeah, he's
Mason,
out. He's out.
He might have an argument there. I didn't see it well enough there with the shadows, but he might have a small argument.
So for me, at least, Zach, in those situations, the reaction, I always look at the first base coach's reaction, and that face said it all. He was out.
Close enough where they won't burn the challenge just yet. Now, firefighters desperately need Noah Bridges to get on base and turn the lineup over. Otherwise, they're looking at a quick 2-0 deficit here to the Coconuts. And they won't get it. A K for Drake Fontenot, and he earns a 2nd point for the Nuts.
Punch him out and dance your way to the dugout. Drake Fontenot, 3 scoreless innings. The Coconut Cannonballer, 1st selection in team history. Just has the banana ball run away from Noah Bridges' bat and has a boogie to boot. It's a 2-0 Loco Beach lead. Let's go Loco to kick this series off and keep it going all weekend long. It's a 0 for the Coconuts.
Firefighters desperately need something to go well here as we look ahead at what's ahead tomorrow. How about it? Bananas and the Party Animals in Atlanta, where Sam Bauman thought he was. We will actually be there. It's on True TV and the Party Animals YouTube. You're not seeing that incorrectly. Animals are the home team. And then Clowns and Tailgaters actually happening right now here in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Shout out to Peanut. They'll be at it tomorrow, 8 o'clock. in the Sooner State, and we're right back here, 8 o'clock here in Wichita, Kansas. And speaking of Oklahoma, speaking of Berry Hill, Oklahoma, I didn't actually say Berry Hill. That's where Peanut's from. As Bradford Webb comes out for his 4th inning of work. I've been teasing this for a moment here.
You're such a tease.
Really am.
All right, if you tease me anymore, I'm going to start having a problem. What's
I know.
going on here?
I'm really excited. I want to announce this. Waiting to make sure this looks good. Oh, we're pieing someone's parent. Good job, kid. Bradford Webb. 76 pitches last year in the World Tour semifinals.
Zach, I've got my feet on the desk, a virgin margarita in hand. There is nothing that can get to my mind, but somehow you're driving me nuts. What are you teasing us with?
Nuts. Good. I like that.
All right, fine. There's nothing to be teased about, I guess. Forbid a 22-year-old showed some interest in what you've got to say.
I just heard somebody laughing. Now I get to say it from Berry Hill, Oklahoma, Caden Green.
What it do, y'all? What it do?
Peanut, what's happening, brother?
Nothing much, nothing much. What's going on up there?
All right, so we have a missed trick play in the first, and you get it right back in the second. That's a good way to negate it. How are you feeling out there? The sun finally seems to be going down. It looks like it's been your enemy out there in the field for everybody.
The sun's a little tough. That last inning's on me, though. I owe Webby right here.
You know what? You've earned a mulligan. As that one from Chatagnier comes right back.
You've earned a lot. You gave me a reason to take a sigh of relief because Zach has been teasing this mic'd up all day long, and finally I just get to put my feet up and say we're talking to the superstar.
Let's go, baby. Let's
well,
go.
of course, as Peyton Chatagnier stings this into right field. Darian McDowell looks that one right in. Again, he's got the brunt of the sun right in his eyes. Folks, why wouldn't I tease this? We're talking to the best hitter in banana ball. 479 average, well over 500 OBP, and he's back near his hometown, so 2 hours away. Peanut, what does this mean to you to play this close to home for the first time in your banana ball career?
You know, I appreciate that, you know. Can we make a crate? Do it? Okay. This wind's nuts, but no, it feels good to be back close to home, you know, in the Midwest. Got some family that's coming out. Mom and dad are in the stands, so always nice to have some familiar faces.
Are your mom and dad called Cashew and Pistachio?
No, but Zachary Bridges likes to call my dad Big Nut.
Does he really?
Yeah.
There we go.
That's nuts. Like, no joke, no pun there. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. He gets a good laugh out of it. My dad cracks up. It's pretty funny.
What is it about you, by the way, and Quake mic'd up? It's like, we already got 2 outs in the frame.
Yeah, I feel like every time I'm mic'd up, they just don't want me to talk to you guys.
Yeah, I don't get it because I have so much to ask you. One of your first offers in college was to Wichita State.
Yeah.
So you were at JUCO, you get offered by the Shockers, and then you have a real bad shoulder injury. B-Web's got 6 Ks. Peanut, I'm making the production call on my own.
Yeah,
keep talking.
Just do it without
Wichita
me.
State.
Just do it without me, guys.
No, you keep talking. Wichita State, you got the offer. This place is cool, isn't it?
Yeah, you know, yeah. It's okay. It's okay. I'll let y'all
Why?
have it.
I'm telling you to keep talking and you won't.
Anyways,
never mind. They're telling us to go to the field. Bye.
Hey, that was wild.
Peanut, you rock.
You guys
Love
are
you,
awesome.
Peanut.
Get you dancing. Here's Kaz.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for a banana ball tradition. So I need everybody to get up on your feet. That's right, Wichita. Get on your feet and put your hands in the air because right now it's time for a little Hey Baby! You better be clapping those hands, Wichita. Wave those arms. You're looking great, Wichita. Time to get some steps in. round of applause.
I hope we didn't break anything. Woo! Yeah, that was fun. AJ just disappeared. I think when I threatened Yoshi, it does something to him. I think I broke a toe. Ouch. You gotta make sure nothing broke. I gotta go find AJ too. 156 MPI, by the way, there for young Bradford Webb. So that might be the shortest mic'd up I've ever done. I would love if Peanut stayed on the mic. But I think he's taking it off. Yeah, he's taking it off. Darn it! Maybe we should do this again on Saturday. I don't know. 0-1 count to Tiny. Flew out to left field his first occasion.
Don't ever touch Yoshi again, or I will teach you that you have no future.
You're spitting on me, and you might be sick.
Why would you ever touch Yoshi in that way? Drake Fontano's gonna teach you a lesson. Back to the dugout. K number 2 for Fontano. He's made it through 3 1/3 scoreless.
Yes, he has. Dalton Cornett trying anything he can to chase away the Blues here for the Firefighters. No hits on the night, just a missed trick play and a ball force sprints, all they got to show for their base running efforts. They gotta find something right here, right now. AJ said he was sick earlier, now he's spitting all over me and hugging me. So Logan, if you're watching at home, you said you might get in the comment section a little later.
Oh, she is. She said my favorite part of Hey Baby is
Dalton
watching
Cornett
the
might
Blues.
be my favorite play here. He won't be. Tanner Allen. Wait, my wife's in the comments?
She is.
Hold on, let's see this. Oh, there she is! And there he is! It's Chief! My 2 favorite beings on the planet. One's a person, another's a dog. Actually, I should say 3. Because Daisy's at home watching, my golden retriever, who might be mad at me that I said another dog was my favorite. Sorry, Daisy. Chaos is broken out here in the dispatch center at Wichita. AJ Switek's Yoshi is decapitated.
No. Let's not start spreading
I might have
lies.
gotten the flu.
That probably did happen.
My wife is in the comment section, probably now worried about my health and my sanity, which was gone when we got married. My dog is pouting in the corner, and AJ is still sick. It's a 2-0 count, make it a 2-1 count as Logan Lacey swings over top, strike 1. Then sends one screaming down the left field line, but well fouled. Nobody catches.
Zach, Geo Nguyen apui de Buida Nebida.
Hello.
I'm a little sick.
Into the skies, that was well off the netting. Has to be finding, trying to play it as though something happened. What?
I said, Geo Nguyen apui de Bi Niba. I'm a little sick.
Okay, there you go. That one into the dirt. Make it a 3-2 count. Ball force sprint certainly would help for the Firefighters. They need a lot more damage done. Full count. Ball force sprint, the second one issued tonight from Drake Fontenot. And Lacey halfway to second and stops. That's really good ball force sprint defense from Loco Beach. But now the guy who could change it all is at the plate. Eric Jones Jr. flew out to center field his first time up. But EJ in the month of April had more hits than he did outs. He was 10 of 16 at the plate for a nice 714 average. Needs something to go right here. He gets one down the line, it could be trouble. Christian Dearman is in center field riding a mini fire truck. Chaos has ensued. Wow, EJ did not like that one. Doesn't matter, it's an 0-2 count. Now he's got to get going. Lacey stealing. Lacey, oh, it's into center field. He can get to third. And that changes a lot of dynamics. You know what might have helped the Coconuts there? Sal Jacobo didn't tackle him, but landed right atop of Logan Lacey. And that stopped him from getting to third any quicker. Or else he might have been able to put a little charge home. Probably wouldn't have gone for it, but still might have helped. 0-2. EJ over, and guess what? It's an inning-winning hit for Eric Jones Jr. Logan Lacey, triple SoCal home, and a walk-off inning winner for Eric Jones Jr. Boy, they needed that in the worst of ways, and they get it. Marshall Schill, push-ups to in-sync.
Marshall, Zach's wife is watching.
It's no coincidence the Firefighters scored after I found out my wife was in the comment section. No coincidence. Logan, I'm going to need you to stay here all night.
Is that why they call it the hottest show in sports, that right there?
Why, because of my wife? Yes.
I was talking Marshall Schill.
Oh, Marshall Schill's very hot, too. CJ is down on the field. I think something's about to happen. There's CJ.
Here's
someone
how
in a tank
this is
top
going to work.
and an orange hoodie. I don't know what's about to happen, but let's all sit here and watch together.
Second, where they have to take off their shoes.
I'll pop the popcorn.
From second, they will run to third, where they will rip off their shirts, and then, with no problem, will run, jump, and splash into that pool by the third base side. First one there wins. Gentlemen, it is time. In 3, 2, 1, go! At this point, it is anybody's game. Take off those shoes. Run over. Oh, we got a shoe stuck. We got a breakaway runner. We got a breakaway runner. There goes the shirt. Here he goes. Folks, it just goes to show that you don't need shoes or a shirt to be a winner. Give it up for your winner, John.
We've all been banana balled out of our mind. There was a kiddie pool there. Water was sprayed over somebody. Brian Trepanier is here. That's awesome. Tanner Allen is back up to the plate. By the way, again, no coincidence. My wife's name is Logan. Who just scored in the bottom of the fourth? That would be my pal Logan Lacey. There are two Logans in my life. One I assure you I love more than the other. Though I love Logan Lacey. Tanner Allen. Nobody could catch it. Where did my pencil go?
I put it in the popcorn.
I found it. Lead and popcorn sounds awful.
Never had lead-flavored popcorn?
No, man. Why is Armani trying to catch that, by the way? That's your own teammate. BK trying to go a little faster here. 0-2. And Tiny. Can he make the play? He won't, but that's a heck of a try. It'll go down as a single for Tanner Allen, who's off to a double and a single now tonight. Credit Tyner Hughes for limiting the damage there. It could have maybe been a slow rolling double there for Tanner Allen. Instead, he limits it to just a single.
TA halfway to the cycle brings up Big Timber. The lone Canadian-born banana baller here on the 2026 tour, hitting above 400. I mean, that shouldn't be possible, but it is, because Dane Tofflin proves the impossible is possible every day.
Mason Maxwell wanted to go two, maybe a little slow there, so he gets the trick play at first. You can call that one in, by the way. It's the fourth trick play of the game for the Fighters, but it does advance a runner into scoring position. So Mason Maxwell puts a trick play in. It's a 4-2 count now in favor of the Fire and Flames as Jordan Brewer, foul territory. Nobody. Oh, Mason Maxwell over the shoulder, then throws it over to third. Logan Lacey does well to come up and take it. That's good base running, though, from Tanner Allen. You got to get the second out there, but he's running away from the base pads. That's a heck of a catch from Mason. Might be tougher than any trick play you see. Just like that, there are two down, but a runner in scoring position. Peter Collada has a coconut bra on. Vining into the crowd. No, it doesn't. Foul.
He's finally lost the fur coat. Ashby Vining last time up came up in the fur coat, hit a single through the left side of the infield, got his average up to 313 on the year.
Vining up. If this lands in leather, inning over. Into leather, inning over. Mason Maxwell, hello, how do you do? So 3 straight outs for Mad Max. And the Coconuts strand another in scoring position at third. And we talked about fanning the flames, having some good vibrations. Right now, the Coconuts have stranded at least 3 in scoring position, and the Fireline are not going to strand a beat right here.
Let's hear it for the Fireline!
AJ, that's a fire beat from the Fireline. How about this, though? Drake Fontenot is coming back out for a 5th inning of work. He just gave up his first hit of the ball game to Eric Jones Jr. after Logan Lacey stole second base. Drake took about 1,000 years to realize it and then threw it to center field, allowed Lacey to go to third, and then EJ on an 0-2 darted one into left field for a walk-off in the inning. So it's a 2-1 game, but outside of that, boy, he's been absolutely incredible tonight.
Fontenot's just got to remind himself how that inning got away from him. It was not by struggling on the mound. It was really just a stolen base followed by an error on his throw and a little poke job into left. He's looked really good. This is the best Drake Fontenot start we've gotten from him all season. He can close it out with a really nice cherry on top of the best cupcake you've ever had. If he can close out the 5th here and hold on to the Coconuts' 2-1 lead.
What did you say about cupcakes?
And so every good cupcake is followed with the greatest cherry on top.
Foul tip by Nutt.
That's why when I go to a restaurant and order a cherry Coke, there better be a maraschino cherry in it, or I'm going to say, where's the cherry on top?
Interesting. Peanut into center field. That's a real good piece of lumber. Tanner Allen, on the track, and he made a leaping catch. Boy, he looks good in center field tonight in replacement of Ben Parker.
Luxury of riches here at the beach. X marks the spot, and there's just X's all over the sand because there's treasure all throughout this lineup. Even when a guy like Ben Parker needs a night off, you just have Tanner Allen, the 2021 National Player of the Year, to just pencil in and make plays like that with ease.
Fontenot trying to get Lamar Sparks to chase. He flew out in his first plate appearance. Dribbles one back. 3 homers on the year to lead the Fire and Flames. We got some real good power hitters in the rookie category here in Banana Ball in 2026. He goes right back to that mover on the outside. Lamar not offering that at all. Wants him to come back in a little bit. That's a little too much back in. It's a 3-1 count. Lamar has a ball 4 sprint on the Tizable. And let's give him a ball 4 sprint off the table. Oh. Chatagnier drops it. No harm, no foul, though, but Lamar's going for 2. And you know what? He'll get there standing up. 2-base ball 4 sprint for Lamar Sparks. And the Firefighters have a runner in scoring position that could win the inning and equalize this ball game. And the guy coming up is Darian McDowell. Had a little bit of trouble there at shortstop and then dropped it a couple different places. And Lamar Sparks will put pressure on you. Really likes to test it for 2. And on the very next pitch, Darian McDowell high into right field. That should get Lamar to third. Gideon Antle's got a heck of an arm. It won't be showed there. Lamar to third, and now with 2 outs and a runner in scoring position, we take the top of the inning and put it at the bottom of the inning. Where the Firefighters have got to have it. Armando Becerra is leading people to clap. Might he do it again here in just a few moments with the swing of his beautiful bat?
This is iron versus iron.
A patient AB, but he won't show it there. Swung at the first pitch. Sal Jacobo over to first, and that is a trick play to end the frame. And the Firefighters, much like their counterpart in the top of the inning, strand one at third. And that is a difficult one to lose for the Fire and Flames.
How about it? 5 innings of Drake Fontenot. He only needed 51 pitches. That is the guy you took second overall in the Banana Ball Championship League draft. And such a good sign for Coach Crocco's crew that he just put together that start. 5 innings, only 51 pitches. He's going to exit with the lead. It's a 2-1 ball game in favor of Loco Beach. Both sides have a trio of trick plays, but the focus here on the shores have been the hits. Loco Beach last week, Dane Tofflin, Ashby Vining, Jordan Brewer, Tanner Allen all had more hits than games played. For Vining, Brewer, and Allen, there was also runs in that same department. You look at the season-long batting average. There's a reason that this is the team that was the one to match 23 hits in the same game and break that record. This Loco Beach offense really, since the start to middle point of March, has turned things on and has not looked back.
They really haven't. Right now, both these teams might be looking back towards innings where they could have put even more on the board. Firefighters just stranding a runner at third, left a runner on bases in the first. Coconuts have left at least 3, not just on the bases, but in scoring position. Those are tough ones to leave on the board, especially in a 1-point game. But right now, the trick play battle is 3-3. You really need either the equalizer point or to deny it, and you also just need the points in general on the base paths. Brian Trepanier coming out for his second inning on the bump. Going up against Gideon Ansel, we just showed on the track. Quickly 2-0 count. BK's really only done about 1 inning's worth of work each outing. Has not been asked to go multiple frames. This is the first time he's done it since he's been with the Firefighters. Gideon right back up the gut, and that's a base knock. Armando will limit it to a single, but quickly the Nuts have somebody aboard.
The Ant-Man, little line drive up the middle. Why not saltwater single for a guy who's seeing simply beach balls at the plate? It's not banana balls for Ansel at this point because he is continuing to spray it wherever he wants in the yard, and in his case, that's always through the teeth of the defense.
Ansel does have speed. I wonder if he's a threat to steal here. Eric Osberg has struck out and lined out to Pina. That's been his damage as that one is fouled back. EJ, on the ricochet, could have had it. (1-1), a little too outside. BK really wanted it. Way too outside. Now you got to find the zone on a 3-1, otherwise it's a ball 4 sprint. Gideon's got a lot of speed to burn in those legs. And he'll stay alive with a foul ball. It's a full count.
Eric Osberg has been working ball 4 sprints with the best of them in this league. That 246 batting average doesn't necessarily pop off the page, but how about an on-base percentage of 370? That comes with working long at-bats like this one against BK.
That is darted into right field. That'll get down for a base knock. Darian McDowell gonna throw to third. Peanut will cut it up. Oh, over to Logan. It gets right by him.
It's a free base. Winds up in the dugout. So Eric Osberg makes it rain at second. Gideon Ansel's in to score. It's the 3rd run of the ball game for Loco Beach. Armani Henderson takes over for Osberg at second, but that's what you need. Take a plunge down and right and let the rest happen. When you put the ball in play, good things happen. That's a Croccoism. Mark Crocco has been instilling that all season long. You see why. Well-struck ball into right. Gets Loco Beach on the board in the 6th and brings up a guy who has been fighting and then some in this game.
That would be Brett Carson. He flew out his last plate appearance, but before that drew a 13-pitch ball 4 sprint. One thing that's been critical in these innings where the Firefighters have given up runs is the defense has not helped the pitching. It could right here. Logan Lacey looking back behind him and draws the first out. Armani will not even test it. It would have been out probably by a mile. And now Peyton Chatagnier comes aboard. He's got an RBI double to his name tonight. Needs something else here. BK trying to work well in.
I mean, could you imagine if this lineup gets a guy like Peyton Chatagnier going? It's already looked so dangerous, and that's with Peyton Chatagnier hitting below the Mendoza line. He's not even hitting 200 yet this season. I mean, if he starts getting it going the way we all know he can, look out.
The little things tonight have gone the way of the Loco Beach Coconuts. The 3-0 count, ball four sprint would get Armani Henderson home and then some. We'll wait one more. Chatagnier high into the sky, Peanut underneath. Does he have something special? No, he doesn't. Just calls it in the old-fashioned way. And again, trick play battle could be very critical. We are right around the corner from the 8th inning.
I mean, yeah, this is a very, very rare occurrence for the Firefighters to only have 3 trick plays this deep into the game. For Loco Beach, there have been games where they've let the trick plays get away from them. But here, both teams having a trio, trick plays are coming at a premium.
Be an 0-1 count. BK trying to complete a second inning of work in one game for the first time as a member of the Fire and Flames. He's got an 0-1 count. Make it 1-1 as Grady Morgan comes aboard. Back to the fans. Well, it doesn't get to them. One-two. Line into right field. Darian McDowell made the play. Unbelievable. Stays on the ground. He just sacrificed his body to make that one. But Premium makes the special play.
Oh.
And that one's going to hurt for the Firefighters. Sydney Neighbors racing out to check on the right fielder. Trying to get back up, reaching to the shoulder. As the hush falls over the crowd. You feel so bad for Darian. He has been excellent in right field this season, especially when it comes to plays like that. He has corralled a cascade of those plays. As he gets back up, gets a hearty clap from this Wichita crowd. Look at this play. I mean, that's incredible. To make that level of play, Premium, a tip of the cap, sacrificed body and limb to bring that one in. And the Firefighters get out of the frame with just 1 run of damage done again. Darian looks like he's trying to shake this thing off as Grady Morgan, a good sign there of camaraderie. Sam Bauman has found somebody else. Does he still think he's in Georgia?
Well, guys, get ready to eat crow. Everybody was all, you're not in Atlanta, Sam. The Bananas aren't here, Sam. Well, then explain this. Jared Donaldson, Savannah Bananas pitcher. Donnie, we proved him wrong.
What's your name again?
Donnie, it's me, Sam. We worked together for multiple years.
Man, I don't know what you got on. You see all these people, they have red on. No, over here, over here. We have red on here, okay? I need you to lock in, focus. We got a ball game to win, all right?
So you're not with the Bananas? Guys, I'm in a tailspin right now. This doesn't make any sense. It's Jared Donaldson. He's a banana. Biko, Josh, whoever's up there. What the heck?
Sam, a word to the wise since you're working with a new team here. Don't let Jared Donaldson touch your chin like that again. He does that, he means business. And I'm not sure Blair at home would like that very much.
I mean, there's a lot to unpack. Keegan James has taken over on the mound for the Loco Beach Coconuts. His last 5 appearances, Zach, have been flawless. The last time he gave up an earned run was against the Firefighters in Little Rock. Since then, the guy's been nails, untouchable. And now here he's asked to take over in the 6th and hold on to a 1-run lead against a tough part of this order. He's got 3 guys due up. It's Mason Maxwell, Noah Bridges, and then turning right back over for Tyner Hughes.
Firefighters really need something. Mason thought it was outside. Trey Hudson did not. Just 1 hit in the scorebook for the Fire and Flames tonight. It's a walk-off winner in the fourth from Eric Jones Jr. They're going to need more than that. Mason's taken off for first. And it is a steal of first base. That will help the Firefighters quite a bit. Stolen first base after it passed from Ashby Vining. It was in the glove and then out of it. And Mason takes advantage. And now on to first is Smoke. South Tremble making his first appearance tonight. And Noah Bridges will come on in.
It's especially tough there in an 0-2 count to miss that way because you feel like you're in the driver's seat of the plate appearance, but now you got a guy on first and nobody away. It changes everything here against Bridges.
Really, Noah just trying to get something into the outfield. He does that. Smoke can move up to second. You need one to negate the point from the top of the first and then get yourself a point with a second run. But you got to get damage done right here. Keegan looks Smoke back, then throws it back. Man, that's a great save from Ashby. He might have been looking at a runner at second for free.
Yeah, that's a huge stop. That won't show up on the score sheet, but that is huge from Ashby Vining to help his pitcher.
1-2. Noah into center field. Tanner Allen giving it chase, and he missed it! They kick it around. Grady throwing for third. And it will go down as an error on the center fielder. And there are runners in scoring position with not a soul out.
I'd love another look at that. I mean, very confused because that's the kind of play Tanner Allen makes in his sleep. We sat by each other on the plane here. He said, when you have me on a team, there's one thing guaranteed, we're going to win. I come from a winning background. I'm a winner. I don't know how to lose. And that's just not the kind of play that you can afford to lose in a game this close. It's a rarity from Tanner Allen, who's been a superstar this season, but he would love to have that back. Now Keegan James has his back all the way against the wall.
Tyner Hughes just had an 11-game hit streak snapped in Richmond. Would love to get another one started here. He's flown out to center and struck out today. He just needs something through to get Smoke home from third. Coconut's playing well in. After that game in Richmond where his hit streak was broken, Tiny trying to reapproach the way that he prepares in the box with his first step. That'll be tough. Dane Toughlin did well to look Smoke back, and that's an out at first. Still not out of danger just yet for Keegan James, but boy, it helps.
And that's a professional pitcher putting his experience on display. He attacked the bottom of the zone to induce this exact contact. He wanted something on the infield. If you're not going to find a strikeout, you need exactly what just came there. Keegan James is one of my favorite pitchers to watch in this league.
But this is not the guy you want to face with runners in scoring position. Dalton Cornett is a menace. We saw it in Greenville. Had a Golden AB opportunity, flew out, then 3 batters later with a runner on first, went right back up and was able to find pay dirt with a walk-off winner to left center. He gets one into the outfield, this inning is over. He gets a ball 4 sprint, the inning is over. And he's currently up 2-0. Make it 3-0. And boy, we've talked about the defensive mistakes from the Firefighters. It might be one that equalizes this game here. 3-0. Make it a ball 4 sprint and you can make it a walk-off winner. Dalton Cornett add another walk-off to his tally this season. The Firefighters have tied the game up at 2. Blake Morgan is wearing a fire hydrant.
Okay, get it, Red Crayon.
That's not a red
Come
crayon.
on, Red Crayon.
That is a fire hydrant.
Mr. Crayola.
Somebody keep Chief away from this man. He might do a little...
Do you see that on his forearm, by the way? That's a firefighter's tattoo. That's a guy who lives or dies by the fire and flame. Blake Morgan.
Right. AJ.
I don't know what that was, but you killed it.
AJ, I need you to settle down because there's somebody with something real special about to come up here, and his name is Baby G.
cowards, then it's gonna be quick. Alright, all your men have been to jail before? And all the motherfuckers you run with, get done quick. You gon' approach the dog with some bump. Alright, they go to click, 911. All over some dump. Ain't that something? Remind me of a. Every time you come around, it's like, what? I just gotta get my. Y'all gon' make me lose my mind. Up in here, up in here. Y'all gon' make me go all out. Up in here, up in here. Y'all gon' make me act a fool. Up in here, up in here. Y'all gon' make me lose my cool. Up in here, up in here. 1, 2, meet me outside. Meet me outside. Meet me outside. Hold on. Meet me outside.
G gon' give it to you. He gon' give it to you. G gon' give it to you. He gon' give it to you. That's right. Javon Ray, the first DMX walk-up in the history of the Firefighters, and there's not a better soul to give it to than that guy right there. And guess what? There's a reason why for that. It's not just because he's a musician. We've heard that already with Ron Franklin in his banana ball career. But it's because this dude has been shut down as a middle reliever, has not surrendered a point in a month for the Fire and Flames. And this is a guy, we just saw Darian McDowell, who, by the way, is back in right field. Great to see that. Great to see he isn't seriously hurt. And that play goes down even cooler. But we've seen Javon Ray sacrifice his body in secret field. Or excuse me, it might have even been spring training. We saw Javon take one near the Javons and turn a double play. Then in Albuquerque, we saw him take one off the face and not only turn it out, but EJ turned it into a trick play. And then last week, took one right off the arm and still turned it out. He will sacrifice for these Firefighters. 13 strikeouts equals the amount that he had last year. He's won 6 points this year for the Firefighters. He won 6 points all of last year. You're starting to see that with the Fire and Flames. They're already reaching their season totals from last year. The difference being they did that in 33 games last season. They're doing that in 17 tonight. That is incredible. Javon is going to do this. He's going to pitch this inning in the bottom half of his Adidas tracksuit. Why? I don't know. Is it cool? Bet your bottom dollar it is. And Sal Jacobo will be the first one to face him. And right down the heart of the plate. Javon's been really successful when he works up in the zone. Because when he does that, he can get the curveball going and really full. Do we see a little high heat here? Oh, man, Sal Jacobo! Swing and a miss. A trio of strikeouts tonight for the second baseman of the Nuts.
It's a great way to start your night. Really no better way for a man on the mound. 3 pitches, strikeout. Javon Ray hits him with the double thumbs down. And it turns the lineup over for Tanner Allen, who would love to get back on track after his costly error in center. You feel like he's going to make up for it at the plate here a time or two.
And if there's been one guy who's been excellent at the plate tonight, it's a guy with a double and a single. He matrixes out of that one. And you give him credit. Moving to center field is not an easy transition. There's so much more room you have to navigate out there. But that one's one that we've seen him make that play a couple different times. By the way, someone just said it's X. I know, but it's G on the mound. Tanner, over the roof, foul. Like, I know it's X. Mandy, I got you. I appreciate your knowledge of DMX. But it's G tonight. Tries to work that curveball for a swing and miss, won't do it. It's a full count. Ball 4 sprint potentially on the table after a strikeout. Allen, deep to center. Mondo gets on his horse. He was playing in, and that is damage. Tanner all the way to third. He's got a triple.
He's there on his feet. Tanner Allen. You knew it was a matter of time. After the error in center a half inning ago, TA comes to the plate and immediately pays dividends for the Beach. My goodness.
That happened the last time the Firefighters and the Nuts played in Arkansas. Firefighters played way in for a ball 4 sprint, and they went well up. Jordan Brewer, see you later!
That's Dane Toughlin with the home run. Big Timber clears the bases and touches them all. It's a 2-run tater for Toughlin.
Why did I think that was Jordan Brewer? I don't know. Dane Tofflin, I'm sorry.
Remember the name, Dane Tofflin. Does it so nice, you're gonna have to look twice. Slide yourself into the plate. Sam Bauman, welcome to the Bigs, buddy. You're at Loco Beach.
Big boy, what did you see there? Hanger. And what'd you do? Banged it. Banged her. Back to you guys.
Hangers are bangers. You don't leave anything over the plate against Dane Tofflin because he'll remind you what his name is. It's a 2-run yard call.
Why was Sam holding the gimbal? Sam looks a lot like Kyle Perry now.
Let's go Loco, baby. Come on.
Man, if Dane listens to this later, I apologize. I thought I saw that Aquaman hair. Instead, it was Big Timber. Into the sky. Tyner. Oh my goodness, what in the world did we just see? Darian McDowell might have been trying to call him off. Somehow they're able to communicate enough to make it a fly out to the second baseman. But that looked a lot stranger than it probably needed to be.
After this pitch, I just want to take a moment to appreciate Dane Tofflin. I mean, this has been an unbelievable rookie campaign for him. It's really him and Jackie Bradley Jr. in a tier of their own in the rookies of this sport right now.
They've been about as dominant as you can find amongst the first-tier players.
Anytime you're in a sentence alone with JBJ, by the way, you're doing something right.
And given that he's got teammates like Ben Parker hitting over 400, and you've got Jordan Brewer who's turning trick plays like a madman, Ashby Vining over 300. Javon really trying to work down now. Dane hadn't had a ton of success against the Firefighters either up to this point, and then just blast one. Slow down the line foul. I can't believe I've identified him as Jordan Brewer. Makes me...
You know that when we mic up Ashby Vining, he's calling you Brett Loftus now.
Yep. We probably are going to call him out. At this point, Darian McDowell, tip drill. Oh, and it dropped!
Oh, you're not calling him out. You're calling him Ashby Vining. Second time on base this game. It's a catastrophe in right field for the Firefighters. Everything's going the way of the waves. Easily popped up, but come on, let's communicate. It finds the dirt instead, and the innings extended for Gideon the Ant-Man Antle.
Defense got to help their pitchers out right there. This is the most runs that the Firefighters have given up tonight. Just 2 runs is all that they can say they've given up. It's not been one of those monster nights like we saw against the Party Animals as Darian racing into foul territory and he lets it drop. Would have been tough to grab that one as it's a 1-1 count. But we talked about it. An error in center field cost the Coconuts a point. We've seen the Firefighters, a couple of missed trick plays, have surrendered base runners and ultimately runs. That one might not go down as much, but boy, it's an indicator that the details tonight from both of these teams have not been very good, as I thought Gideon Antle hit that one a mile. He did, just into the glove of EJ. 1-2, right to Nutt. Easy does it, but not before 2 runs come across the plate off the bat of Big Timber. 2-run blast, yes, off of Dane Tofflin. Not Jordan Brewer. I don't like myself right now. Kaz has the kiss off.
Good old-fashioned kiss off. That's right, these couples are going to kiss, and the crowd here in Wichita is going to determine the winner by a round of applause. Sir, what are your names?
Brayton and Emily.
Brayton and Emily, and how long have you two been together?
Married for 1 month.
Married 1 month ago. Well, congratulations. All right, let's see what you got. Start us out. That was adorable. That was so cute. Sir, what are your names?
Matt and Jenna.
Matt and Jenna, and how long have you two been together?
We've been married for 15 years.
15 years, all right, a little bit longer. Let's see what you guys got. Hey, all right, okay. You didn't see it, but her hand went a little low. All right, sir, what are your names?
Larry and Debbie.
Larry and Debbie, and how long have you two been together?
We've been married 50 years.
50 years! All right, Larry and Debbie, oh, okay. Children, cover your eyes. All right, break it up. Jeez Louise. Oh my gosh. All right, we're gonna
Safe to say that.
We're gonna start with couple number 1 by a round of applause. Do you think couple number 1 is the winner? Okay, not bad. How about couple number 2? Or do you think the winners are? Or do you think the winners of the kiss-off are couple number 3? Wichita, we have our winners. Make some noise for couple number 3. Get a room. Get a room.
Well, that was something. Please get a room, folks. Dane Toughlin is on the mic with us. Dane, I have a confession for you as Logan Lacey fouls one back. I accidentally called you Jordan Brewer on the home run. I'm sorry. It's my fault.
Hey, but I did it, and we're so happy, Dane. Good work from the beach, baby.
We had the mic in early, so I heard it too.
Did you really?
That's even better.
I know, it's hilarious.
So you're rounding the bases with a 2-run home run, and you're hearing.
And I said, Jordan Brewer sees you later.
Yeah.
That's good.
No,
That's
that was
really
great.
good.
My
But
bad.
you know I got you, Dane.
No, you're all good, man.
I don't want to say feel free to call me anything, but you can call me another name if you'd like.
No. It's
Great
all
Dane.
love, baby.
I have so much I want to talk about with you. A little sizzler up the middle. We'll forget about that one. We've got a two-run cushion to play with. Dane, first and foremost, and I mean the most foremost of 4, the YouTube chat has to know, what is your routine when eating pancakes in the morning? What?
Contrary to popular belief, I really don't use maple syrup.
Really?
When I grew up, it was always yogurt and on top, or ice cream with some Oreo bits. And if I'm at a restaurant, I want to keep it, kind of basic. I'll go some butter and sugar. I'm really not a big maple syrup guy.
EJ trying to steal first. Ashby with the throw down, and it gets away from Jordan Brewer.
Oh no, Jordan.
Logan Lacey going to third. EJ going to second. Jordan Brewer down to a knee. I hope he's all right.
I think he jammed his wrist.
That's a tough one to take. Ashby had a real good beat there on EJ, who got a late break out of it on a caught stealing first.
Dane's got the best vantage of us all. I agree. That looked like it got his wrist, huh, Dane?
Yeah, I think when he was reaching to the other side, I think it got jammed in his stomach, whoever hit that ball.
Gideon Ansel, by the way, raced all the way in from right field, so we ran a mile and a half to try to help out with that.
So not a maple syrup guy, certainly a yogurt on pancakes guy. I think that'll play. I've never tried it. We're going to have to sit down and try it at some point, but let's go to the next question.
Oh yeah, that'll make good TV.
You have the nickname Big Maple. You're not a maple syrup guy. You have the nickname Big Timber. What are your thoughts on wood?
Yeah, I use them to hit yellow balls. That's all I got.
Hit them pretty far, right?
Yeah.
Dane, when you hit that home run, did it feel like anything at all?
No, that one was pretty flush. I'm not going to lie. That one felt pretty good. I normally don't pimp homers, and that was about as close as I'll get to pimping one.
Do they have home runs like that up in Canada?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Are you forgetting Jose Bautista in Toronto?
Yeah, come on now. Give the Jays some love.
That's crazy. See, I got your back now, Dane. I called you someone else earlier, but now you and I are simpatico.
It's a wash now.
Peanut looks at one down.
We're going to bring the beach up to Canada.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
only a matter of time, right? Dane, how much would you love to go play internationally there?
I would love it, man. Obviously, Rogers Center would be sweet. And then, honestly, where I grew up playing high school, we had a pretty sweet field. And they're usually first or second in college summer league attendance every year. So shout out to the Okotoks Dogs. I don't know if they're watching this, but that would be pretty sweet.
Yeah. Shout out. That's some insane concentration, by the way. Sticking with the ball four sprint defense and your train of mind. The kid can multitask to catch everybody up. It is now a tied inning, 2-2, nobody away. Inning-winning run is on base for the Firefighters.
Dane, I have a question for you.
What's up?
Because I lived in Fargo, North Dakota for a little bit.
Yeah.
The coldest I ever felt it was like -50 with wind chill. What's the coldest it's ever been in your life growing up as a Canadian?
So for me, the coldest we ever got, now this is Celsius. I don't know the conversion.
Okay.
But it was.
I got you. Don't worry. We have Google up here.
We got
Good.
Google. All right. So it was minus 42.
Celsius?
Good Lord!
Yes, it was cold.
How are you alive?
Well, you don't go to school. Everyone just stays home.
I was about to say, is there weather that knocks you out of school?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, interesting. I just learned something new today, Dane.
I think they
you
need
just
it.
actually taught me a lesson. When Celsius gets to the negatives, it's practically the same as Fahrenheit. That's negative 43.6 degrees Fahrenheit.
Yeah, I want to say they meet at negative 40. I could be wrong.
I did not know that. Lamar, hard hit to second. Sal, trick play. Peyton.
Yes.
Trick play.
That's
Oh, a double trick play.
It's a triple trick play. 3 of them. Sal Jacobo, Peyton Chatanier, Jordan Brewer. 3 trick plays. A trio of tricks. The magicians in the middle of the infield and the right side close out a couple of big outs and clear the bases. Dane, what's it like having those guys as your teammates?
It's a lot of fun to watch. I'm not gonna lie, and taking ground balls with them.
Hold on.
Yeah,
we have a challenge.
Obviously, I learn a lot from them. So taking ground balls with them. So I worked on a lot of stuff with them because obviously I'm new to this whole thing, and both of them. I mean, Peyton was with visitors and Sal was with PA. So just taking ground balls with them, trying new stuff. Obviously, I don't do a lot myself in the games. But watching, it's Lacey, right? He plays third base.
Hey Jay, what's up, buddy? I just want to say hi and I love you. Hope you're doing great.
Oh,
Where are you?
I love you too. Hey, can you ask Caden a question for me?
Yeah, I can. What's up?
Caden, the chat is wondering.
Oh, he's right there. He's right there.
really thirsty.
Hey!
Caden, how'd you learn Vietnamese?
Caden, how'd you learn Vietnamese?
I lived in Cambodia and there's like hella Vietnamese people there, and so I just learned it there.
For those at home, that means there's a bunch of Vietnamese people in Cambodia.
I'm also an EMT. Oh, that's my fun fact.
Did you guys get that last part?
I'm also an EMT. That's my other fun fact.
You're an EMT. When?
True story.
Oh, when?
2021 is when I got certified. As an EMT or when I lived in Cambodia?
Wait, what? Yeah, which one are we
This guy's
asking?
got so many fun facts. I can't even keep track. I don't know why I was asking him when.
Did we get them? All right, we got both.
Yeah, we did. Runners out.
Thank you,
Bowler,
guys.
Will, great to say hi. We've got to stick with the great Dane. Dane, I am so selfishly happy that challenge happened because we get more time with the guy who is leading this league in a myriad of categories. Dane, you're a rookie, but you look like such a veteran. What has the transition from baseball to banana ball been like for you?
Well, first off, thank you. I appreciate it. But you know, when we came in, I gotta say, like, when we did the scrimmages in spring training, I'm not gonna lie, I did not hit well. Obviously trying to just, get kind of the flow of everything. Everything was kind of very sped up. But when I really felt like I settled in was after Tallahassee. That was when I felt I was kind of getting the whole speed of the game. There we go. So yeah, I mean, ever since then, it's kind of just, you hit play, you come to the field, do the same thing, and it is what it is, Results speak for themselves. You just got to keep doing your thing.
Part of where this sport's super unique is after that innings tied 2-2, it is still a 2-2 ball game. Dane Tofflin, everybody, hits a home run, gets on the mic, and just shows why he's such a great personality. Dane, I know it's got to be hard to hear down there. Everyone's clapping. If you can hear me, I want to leave you with one more question. We talked this morning about, if you weren't playing banana ball, what would you be doing? You told me coaching.
Yeah.
Do you still see that passion coming through later in your life?
Whenever I'm not able to physically play this game of banana ball, I'd love to stay around. It's a great culture here. Shout out to the pros, for just creating this. So I'm very grateful to be here, and I'd love to be here as long as I can.
I can't tell if Zach Smith's trying to hold up.
He's pretending to be the mic.
Good. Zach, you got anything for us?
You got anything for us?
I just want to say shout out to Zach and AJ up there. They're doing a great job.
Yes,
What do you have to say to that?
I agree. I can't say it any better. They're doing an awesome
Dane,
job.
interview him back. Ask him what his favorite Pokemon is.
What's your favorite Pokemon?
On the spot. Probably Latios.
Latios.
Legendary bird, legendary dogs, Dane Tofflin, Zach Smith, Loco Beach, we love you, we serve you, we honor you. It's a tie ball game. We're going to the 8th inning, and you can feel the heat from up here in the box.
Awesome.
Right.
Hey, thank you guys for having me. I appreciate it.
Right now, the Firefighters need 3 trick plays to equalize the trick play. Count up, and that will sure help. Behind the back from Logan Lacey. Shades of what he did in Tallahassee. Made it look simple. Right now, they trail 6-4 in the trick plays. They've got to find it here. By the way, if you're the Nuts, you just strike out 3 times here now? Well, you can't now, but you strike out 2 times here.
No.
As Dalton Malden comes in, by the way.
Definitely not, because Dalton Malden's getting a plate appearance in. This is getting your money's worth. First pitch swing, Dalton Malden, Songbird, plunges down into center field. It's a single for Dalton Malden. Go ahead, runs aboard.
That shows me for opening my mouth and saying, hey, maybe I hack the system. There's no hacking to be had here. He just steps in for Brett Carson and gets himself a nice little single. Chatagnier, do the fans have it? Oh my goodness. I believe it was bobbled. I've not seen it. Oh, no! They called him out! They called him out! They called him out! They say it's a fan caught foul ball, and it's the first induced by the Firefighters. Jared Donaldson is seeking a fan. Finally, in 17 games, they finally have their first fan caught foul ball. Ah! Now they need a double trick.
Zach, I've never seen you jump up and down like that before. That was sweet.
I told you were going to need to see something massive. The Firefighters have to get a double trick play here, because if they don't, Coconuts win the equalizer point. And therefore, it would be a 3-2 game already going into the bottom of the 8th, and they need a point to equalize. Grady Morgan deep to right field. That is way foul. AJ Switek nearly jumped as high as I just did. Whew. Is there no way to breathe in here for anybody else, or is it just me? Morgan, right back to it. Darian McDowell was way back. We'll have to really throw this one in for all it's worth. They're sending him home. Malden is out! What a throw from Peanuts! But it's a worthy send, because the Firefighters don't have a chance at a trick play, so it is a 3-2 game now. But Peanut just made sure they got no shot to make it 4-2. What a throw from Darian McDowell at the track, and what a play from Nut at home. Tag out.
There's so much to unpack here. Just so much to unpack. What a relay, what a throw. But for those unfamiliar, it is my job here to inform, all right? So for the Banana Ball diehards who already understand why this is a 3-2 game, more power to you. But for those who are wondering, how in the world did you just get a point with an out at the plate? Well, it comes like this, right? So you look at the equalizer point. The Coconuts officially have more trick plays through 8th than the Firefighters. They get a point there. The Fire and Flames are going to lean on one another and try to tie things in the bottom of the 8th when we're back. Oh, even Chiefs leaning on us. That's cool.
I think Sam Bauman is singing Yellow down there.
I promise by the end of this weekend, Sam is going to understand that the vibes of Loco Beach are so infectious. You won't want to go back to Banana Land, but clearly he's still reminiscing on the crew up in Georgia.
Loco Beach is in Banana Land. What are we saying?
Loco Beach is in your heart.
Loco Beach is when the middle seat is open on a plane.
Yes,
that's
I like
Loco
that.
Beach right there.
I really like that. Loco Beach is Joe Filomeno. Loco Beach is Meatball, and Meatball is Loco Beach, and Meatball's taking over on the mound, and it's the 8th inning, and he's got a chance to hold on to this team's lead as we head into the 9th. It's the biggest picture in all of Banana Land. He wears number 30. He has Parmesan cheese atop his hair, marinara running through his veins, and it was his birthday yesterday. Joe Filomeno, freshly a year older. We're not going to say how old, because in my mind, he's younger than young, cleaner than clean. He drinks from the fountain of youth. He's Meatball. He's spaghetti. He's 1-0. He's got an ERA under 8, and he's your favorite pitcher's favorite pitcher. No one wants to have to face the Meatball when he's got it going on, but the heart of the order is going to have to do it. Here comes Armando Becerra to go toe-to-toe with the southpaw. First lefty used by Andy Morales and Coach Crocco in this one. High leverage spot. Who would you turn to but the 6-year professional Joe Meatball Filomeno?
He's 34.
Hey.
He's born in 92. Armando, right to Sal. He's just doing this for the love of the game.
I love the game. Sal Giacomo, you make me in love with the game. The Salamander stays magical at second.
The last time Joe Filomeno faced the Firefighters, he gave up 3 straight ball 4 sprints, including 8 straight balls. Firefighters just need to get a runner on and put some pressure on Meatball to have an opportunity. But as AJ said, along with Blake Benson, he has been one of the 2 best relievers that the Coconuts have had in that stretch. Locating much better, that fastball still vicious, like it was when I last saw him in the Fargo-Moorhead Redhawks back in 2019. That one goes into the dirt. If the Firefighters score a run here, it is a tie ball game. As you see on the scoreboard, it's already been updated. 3-2 game, the Nuts lead. Mason, little excuse me swing, and it goes foul. Dakota McFadden, by the way, is in the on-deck circle, so he is going to pinch hit for Noah Bridges. And then the Firefighters are back to the top of the order. Mason stays alive, and it's foul. He is hitting .388 this year. Had a couple of RBI singles last weekend, including one that was a walk-off. Needs another single here, and he won't get it. Joe Filomeno makes him swing the sword.
Slap that stomach, big man, and wave him back to the dugout. Da 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 Meatball, da 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 Italia, da Meatball, wave him goodbye, strikeout, Meatball Filomeno, freshly 34. He still whips it with the best of them. 99 miles an hour on the radar gun. The hardest throwing man in the sport, Joe Filomeno. Reminds you why.
You just made that song up.
Yeah.
That's not a real song.
It's what people from my generation call freestyling.
My generation. Good Lord.
Freestyle.
D-Mac, ooh, looks at that one. Philly wanted that. Oh, D-Mac swinging at one of the dirt. He gives him a point. Good pitch.
That fell off the table like a meatball on the run.
Nice. There's a song about a meatball falling into the garden or something like that. I'll find that out another day. 2-2. Inside.
I don't know it, so I just freestyle.
Ball 4 sprint would send Tyner Hughes up to the plate. Firefighters do have the golden at bat potentially to use. I don't know why you would use it on the next 3 hitters potentially. D-Mac, slow dribbler. What did Peyton Chatagnier do that for? They already had the trick play. They already had the equalizer point. Chief is back in here, and the Firefighters got a shot.
We've just got a lot of love for the game. Loco Beach loves to put on a show. That's what I'm going to chalk that one up to. No big deal. It's just a guy on first base. With a guy like Meatball on the mound, you can do that here and there.
I want to be clear if Peyton goes back and watches it. Like, that was cool. Don't get me wrong. But boy, howdy. Tyner into the sky. Tanner Allen underneath, and he hauls it in. And first pitch swinging doesn't do the job. Noah Bridges will stop at third, and it's a 3-2 Nuts lead going into the bottom, into the 9th.
Sing it with me now. Meatball, scoreless 8th inning. Loco Beach leads it 3-2. We're headed to the 9th inning. Let's go, Loco, baby. Meatball holds the Firefighters at bay. 3 outs away from another Loco Beach win. But the bats are going to come up first, and they're going to try to add some insurance for the baddest closer in the sport. Joe Filomeno does his job. CJ Williams is on deck, but we've got the hammering lineup of Loco Beach after this from Sam Tenez.
To the field, Sam Tenez.
I've got that lightning inside me, so noble God. I'm like a titan that's rising, oh, just to watch. I'm stepping in the fire, there is no time to waste. I've got that lightning inside me, this is how legends are made.
Now pitching for the Firefighters.
The ball will be handed off to the Lightning from Lexington. Johnny Hummel, hole number 95, with Lightning McQueen and the Piston Cup next to him on the rubber. Comes up with a massive opportunity on the line. In front of Johnny is not a save, but a chance to get the Fire and Flames into a huge moment in the bottom of the ninth. Down 3-2. If there's one closer to match up with a guy like Danny Hosley, it's this guy. He's 4 for his 5 save opportunities, 9 Ks, and he has really found his good stuff over the last couple of weekends, including in Richmond last Saturday night when he went into the ninth inning, gave up just 1 base runner, but struck out 3 to hand the Firefighters a 5-2 win. This is the guy you trust in a big situation. Just like Ben Dunn. You can get out of here with no damage, and you get to the top of the order. But folks, I think the Coconuts have something in store for us.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Loco Beach Coconuts are invoking the golden batter rule. Hitting in place of Sal Jacobo is your golden batter, the great Dane Tofflin!
Who else would you call upon in this moment? I mean, who else would you want? Put the golden helmet on. Big Timber. Dane Tofflin homered in his last time up. Then we had him on the mic. Now he gets to go do it again. He's putting on a show tonight. Johnny Hummel, Dane Tofflin, big versus big moment. Can Loco Beach add to their lead? Or does Johnny Hummel close the door?
Johnny Hummel has stepped up in big situations before. Kentucky's first ever trip to the College World Series was locked in by a save from young Johnny Hummel. Their first win in Omaha, locked in the 10th inning with a save from Johnny Hummel. Showdowns in Yankee Stadium. Mr. Hummel with 3 straight strikes. Nail him right down, Johnny. That's why you put him in showdowns in Yankee Stadium, because he comes up with a showdown shutdown in round 2 and then comes up with a massive swing and miss on the great Dane. Now, the reason why you put Dane Tofflin there is they round back to the top of the frame. He's coming right back up in spot number 2 as Tanner Allen steps on in. He is the leadoff hitter of the bunch. But Johnny locked right in.
Right, so for those unfamiliar with the golden batter rule, Dane still assumes his role in the order. He's in the 2 spot and in the on-deck circle.
He just trades in the golden bat helmet for his normal teal-colored one. Tyner over to first in time, 2 away, just like that. And Dane Tofflin, an owner of a 2-run blast, has a shot to blow this thing wide open. He just K'd in a golden AB appearance. Is that enough? He just did it in 3 pitches, by the way. Is that enough to see what Johnny Hummel wants to do? Johnny maybe trying to fool him a little bit. Ball 1.
Already a better start than the last time around. See if Tofflin's learned a thing or 2.
When Johnny's curveball is going, it is tough to catch up. When the fastball is located, he's darn near unhittable. Strike 1. Big Timber wants one. Johnny Hummel wants another strikeout. Over to Lacey. Oh, he goes for the trick play for the love of the game and the love of the fighters. And we are going to the bottom of the 9th with a 1-point game. Now becomes a massive, massive moment for the Firefighters as CJ Williams comes aboard. If the Firefighters score 2 runs in the bottom half of the frame, this game is over. Remember, one of the rules of banana ball, in the final inning, every run becomes a point. It's why the Coconuts wanted some insurance in the top of the frame. These are the cardiac Coconuts, but the Firefighters have an edge for thrill. If they can find it here with Dalton Cornett, Logan Lacey, and Eric Jones Jr. aboard, there could be massive trouble. But the guy at the plate, CJ Williams, has stepped up into some big moments recently, including a showdown in Vegas, AJ, and he was nails.
The villain of the beach proved exactly why he's earned that title. Closing out the game for Loco Beach in Las Vegas, CJ Williams, 3 up, 3 down in the 9th, but he wasn't done there. We went to showdowns, and CJ Williams got his first showdown shutdown in the history of the beach. It came with a win, and now CJ's back for more. The villain against Dalton Cornett, against Logan Lacey, against Eric Jones Jr. has a chance to secure Loco Beach the win, get them to 9-9 on the season, and secure the first game of this 3-game series. On the other side, it's a Firefighters team that's won 7 of their last 10. They've seen CJ Williams before, but Williams got the better of him in his first stab. On opening night, Williams secured the save. Can he do it again here tonight? Or will Dalton Cornett and company have other plans? It's the villain against the hometown team in Wichita.
DC3, Logan Lacey, and Eric Jones Jr. all had a shot at Gage Voorhees in the bottom of the 9th in Game 2 in Richmond. None of them could get aboard, but there is nobody the Firefighters want more at the plate than these 3 right here. DC wanted to send that one to Mars. Instead swings at strike 1.
It's Williams' best pitch. That changeup's really tough against lefties.
That one way outside.
Throws a 2-seamer, a cutter, a 4-seamer, breaking ball, and that signature changeup, a plus pitch.
Dalton has showed patience tonight. Ball 4 sprint 2 times, and now give him his first hit in the left field, and the game-tying point is aboard with Logan Lacey stepping on in.
Couldn't handpick a time for Logan Lacey to get it going better than this one. Hitting just above 200 on the year. He represents the winning point with DC3 on 3rd.
Dalton may be expecting that changeup, swung a little late, but he got it by Peyton Chatagnier. Lacey stares at one high. Smoke is on board as a designated runner for Dalton. So if anything becomes trouble, Smoke is going, and going hard. Throw back over to South, not in time. Jordan Brewer not even applying a tag.
CJ Williams, those American-themed high tops, gifted by Shane Victorino, by the way, the primetime coach.
1-0. Inside, he hit him. And now, the game-tying point is at second. And Eric Jones Jr., this is the moment you sign up for having EJ for. The 5th overall pick in the Banana Ball player draft. He gets barrel on ball into the outfield. Smoke can come home. Ball 4 sprint would do the job. He's got a walk-off winner in the 4th tonight. And with nobody out, the one thing you have to avoid is a double play. Anything else could help. Boy, EJ wanted that one. Both of these teams have competed tight as the Firefighters are skiing on that first base line. 0-1. Outside. EJ is coming off one of the hottest months he has had in Banana Ball in April. 714 average, 762 OBP. He just needs something to go right here. First homer in the Firefighter uniform came against the Coconuts. He looks at 2-1. That was off his former teammate, Andy Archer. The 3rd pitch he saw on his new team. and he sent it to left field for an inning-winning 2-run blast. Into the fans. He's been caught twice by the fans.
Please bring a glove.
We'll make it 2-2. I think everybody there on the Firefighters held their collective breath. EJ has been tormented by the fans. But to give him something there as Danae screams as loudly as possible behind. EJ fights it off into right field. Gideon Ansel racing in. He'll grab it in. Smoke. Oh, he was going to third and then stopped. Probably the right decision.
Very much the right decision. Gideon Ansel has a special arm that he credits to throwing walnuts day after day in his backyard, just training the arm as a kid. Put it on display there, and that's respect from a speedy DR to hold on second and say, you know what, Gideon Ansel's got a good arm. I'd rather make them earn the second out than make it on the bases. And here comes a guy hitting better than just about anyone in the league, Caden Green, with a chance to win it.
By average, he is hitting better than everybody in the league. 12-game hit streak is on the line right here for Peanut. Gets one through, this game is tied. If he gets one deep enough, it might be over. Swing, strike one. This is where the Firefighters have been so much better than everybody else. 443 average with runners in scoring position. There is one on at second base. Ashby, a real good frame job there, won't get it done.
Ground ball could end this game, by the way.
It could. It could also be the thing that ties this game up if it gets through. Nutt doesn't need a homer. He just needs something through. Inside. Ball four sprint could be testy. South has a real nice lead on second. Peanut wanted that one, strike two. There's that changeup. Peanut, Sal Jacobo to second, not in time at first. So it's a fielder's choice for Caden Green.
Put the wheels on display there, hustled out of the box, and it makes a difference. What could have been a 4-6-3 double play instead has the tying run on third, the winning run on first. Look at the replay here.
I'd love to go back a little further because I thought Sal got a little slow start, maybe trying to turn a trick, and Peanut was racing out of the box. We'd love to see that maybe later. But you're right, runners on the corners with two away. Lamar Sparks, it's rookie against rookie. The threat of another runner in scoring position is out. Peanut might steal second. I doubt there'd be a throw. Lamar stares at one in the dirt. He's got 3 homers to his name.
Loco Beach has yet to catch a runner stealing this season. To me, it's malpractice not to steal second here.
We see what happens. Broken bats into the sky. Sal calls him off, and the Coconuts come to Wichita and win the debut of Banana Ball in the sports.
Let's go, Loco, baby! Sal Jacobo corrals it from the sky, and CJ Williams has done it again. The villain comes in and slams the door shut. Your final score, Loco Beach Coconuts 3, Firefighters 2. The Coconuts continue to do what they do best, and that's win in gritty fashion. Hit that dance, boys. You're back to 500 on the year, and in the inaugural season, the Coconuts continue to prove they can hang with anybody and beat anybody in this league. Turn the town teal. Back-to-back series wins. They ride the wave into Wichita, and Loco Beach starts the 3-game series the only way they know how, with a win in the left-hand column.
It's one that both teams probably feel they should have either won by a lot or won it all. The Firefighters are the best team with batting average with runners in scoring position, and they leave one stranded at third in the 9th inning. The game tying point would have been it, but the guy who separated this game was Dane Tofflin, and he's with Sam Bauman.
Yeah, guys, we got Dane Tofflin, our showman of the game. Dane, the big barrel, dealing with those guys mic'd up for an inning. What was more challenging for you tonight?
Honestly, probably the at-bat. I had them in my
Good
ears,
answer,
and I could
Dane.
hear them talking the whole time. Because I thought I was talking during the at-bat. And then every time I would speak, no one was saying anything. So, you good?
Guys in Overcomer, I didn't even know you were dealing with them in your head. Literally, let's say your own voice is in there. You got 2 other voices you're battling.
Oh, yeah. 3 voices in your head. That's not a good spot to be.
Hey, talk about you were sitting middle, by the way. This guy was middle seat on both flights on the way here, next to me. Did that give you kind of a tougher mentality? Squeezed in there, 2 long flights. Out here, you just look free.
Yeah, I mean, not going to lie, it's a little tight. I can only imagine how you felt sitting beside me. That's a tough middle to be by. But, it all worked out. We're here, right?
Dane's feeling good. Dane, before I let you go, and I don't want to put
my roommate on the road.
Friend, I love Dane Tofflin. I love him so much. He's one of my great
I
friends.
know
We have so
Dane
much
too.
fun.
I
love
know
this guy.
Dane too, okay?
Okay,
I'll
not
claim
even
it.
American. Not even American.
It's Canadian. Yeah, he's pointing at his belt, guys. Dane, final question. Banana Ball backstage. 8-year-old Brody wants to know, and this is pretty important right now. Well, what'd you have for breakfast?
I actually didn't eat breakfast. I had coffee.
Hey, it fuels champions, guys. Coffee. Dane Tofflin, our showman of the game. That's not great, Dane.
I'm going to have to argue with Dane a little bit of pushback on the showman of the game. I know how hard that's to do, but he said, it's so hard to focus with 3 voices in my head. Well, Dane, how'd you hit the home run that gave the team the lead then? I don't know, but he did. The showman of the game, Great Dane, did this. Oh, Javon Ray, just stare at it. Dane Tofflin over the left field wall, and that was the difference maker. We got to hear from him on the mic up. We got to hear from him post-game with the sideline reporter, Sam Bauman, who's still wondering, should I be in Atlanta? Nobody. You should be right here at Loco Beach. You're where you belong. This is home. This is love. And this is Dane Tofflin. Remember the name. Number 23, continuing to do what he does best, and that is rip the cover off the banana ball. He had himself a trick play. He was hit by a pitch. 2-run home run, and I like that. Good job. Good job. He had a good conversation about Celsius, too.
I don't remember. Oh, the Celsius degrees. Yes, I thought we were talking about the energy drink.
No.
You look at this game, the biggest difference, because this is very much reminiscent of what happened back in Arkansas Game 1. Coconuts out hit the Firefighters in that game. The biggest difference was the trick plays. The Firefighters had more. Tonight, the Coconuts won because they just had a few more trick plays in them, getting that equalizer point going into the 9th inning, because Firefighters held them scoreless. They could have had a lot more pressure put on them, but the trick plays weren't there. And we welcome you back up here inside the Dispatch Center at Equity Bank Park. I think that's the story for the Firefighters, is cleaning up some of the sloppiness. We saw a couple missed trick plays. We saw a great play from Darian McDowell that saved a lot of trouble in right field. But I think it's those things. They've been really good at trick plays the last couple of weeks, and they've been really good with runners in scoring position. Tonight, left a couple of them stranded in big-time situations that you can't have. Again, they've certainly earned the right to have a game where something doesn't go right. You trust, too, that the Firefighters are the kind of team that will bounce back, and they will bounce back tomorrow with Austin Temple on the mound. But for the Coconuts, much different way to win than they did in Las Vegas when they set a banana ball record in hits with 23. Tonight, they do it by the skin of their teeth, but they do it with a lot of really good situational play.
When you're in the booth with a piece of the beach who loves the vibe, I'm going to have to remind you some of the positives for the Firefighters in this game. This is the first time in 8 games that the Firefighters have sacrificed the equalizer point. That's very impressive, and it also shows the importance of the newest rule in banana ball. Right?
Yep, and they didn't sacrifice it willingly. They tried. It's just a couple of missed trick plays, more than they have had in the last couple of weeks, but 17 in Game 2 in Richmond. It wasn't like they were trying not to get the equalizer point. In a lot of ways, you just kind of ran out of time.
Well, I'll tell you what, he caught me up. I'll still give him more reasons to smile, because we're all about smiles. We're about love. We're about good vibes. This is a team that only had 3 hits tonight, but somehow was still in it to the very last swing. Yep. That is called playing team banana ball, and the Firefighters do it just about as well as anybody.
Yep, 6 strikeouts tonight for Bradford Webb. Drake Fontenot was unbelievable on the bump for the Coconuts. It was razor thin tonight, and just a little bit the way of the Loco Beach Coconuts.
Beach to you. Spread love. Make people smile between now and tomorrow, because when I'm back, I'm going to hold you to it. Plenty of reasons to smile. The vibes are high. The love is there. It's a Loco Beach win, and a big one. 9-9, baby. Welcome to the beach, and go Loco, baby. That's a Coconuts win.
For our great producer, Mohawk Mike, our tremendous director, Alex Gross, Sam Bauman down on the field, our statistician, Blake O'Hare, and the guy calling the shots on the field, the sheriff, Garrett DeClue.
And Yoshi.
Sure. For AJ Switek, I'm Zach Staten. We'll see if the Firefighters can bounce back tomorrow. The Loco Beach Coconuts take night 1 in Wichita. Until next time, folks, the words to live by: axes up, chop hard. We'll see you tomorrow.